Alrighty. And we are here, and the audio is actually functional. I checked it beforehand because I'm not an idiot. For once.
For once.
For once. Welcome, everybody, to BattleTech, A Time of War. We are now on episode 14.
Woo!
Yeah.
14. Let's hear it for 14.
Yes. Absolutely. My name is Arcos Raid. Welcome, everybody, to BattleTech, A Time of War. Let's get right into this. Let's have a good time. If you take a look here on the map to kind of recap where we are at, we're assaulting the mountain base that is up here. That is being controlled by pirates by a Mr. Hopper J. Axel. And they've used some equipment against you, firing Inferno missiles to begin to block your path. You've begun your assault with your mech formations and began to move up in tandem with everybody else. The battle has continued on. Some damage has been taken on both sides, and we're kind of going from there. It is the beginning of the next round. It is time for initiatives.
Alrighty, what's the commander's initiative? Or are we just doing a flat 2d6?
It's for you guys to decide. Are you going to use the commander's initiative?
Well, what is the commander's initiative?
Pretty fucking good. I mean...
+4.
I would certainly hope so.
+4 for his leadership, and it is an additional 4 for his tactics land, so he has an 8.
Alright, then I think we're using his.
Alright.
Yep, I guess so.
Wolves 2.
That is an 11 on the dice, so that is a 19 total.
For us? Oh, nice.
And for the enemy force...
They get a 2! 5.
So that is in total for them an 11.
Really?
Yes.
They must have a nice commander back there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you had a grenade fight with him, remember?
Alright,
Dude,
so
business.
that means that they will be doing their movement phase first. Beginning with the commando here is going to
Remember, if it runs on pavement.
He's going to bravely run to his immediate death. By a Gauss rifle, ideally.
Let's see, Dragon 5.
You're going to get most things via Gauss rifle.
Yeah.
No. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I believe it's a 6-9, so that's a run that's 2 PSRs.
Just one.
Why just the one?
It's only one when you make the piloting check.
I thought it was one for each hex that you turn through. So that's this
It
one
is
and this one.
only one PSR check for when you make a turn on pavement
Okay.
in a singular movement phase. It's for every time that you do it in a movement phase.
That is different from how I have been playing it then.
Yes.
I've been
I
playing
had to
through Mega
reread that like 6 times to figure that one out, but...
Right, because I've been playing Mega Mech and they do it for every turn.
Yeah, no, it's just one for a single movement phase. It's for the whole turn. It's if you change directions in a different direction. So if you're moving in the same direction, basically, and you continue to turn the same direction, it doesn't change. But if you make another turn, then it would change.
That does make sense, though.
If you're
That makes
still
more
moving
sense.
right, you're good.
But if you go right and then left,
then you
gotta-
would make another one. It is a
Right.
ridiculous rule that is very hard to understand with the way it is written.
So this locust, depending on how it moves, could have that same problem.
1, 2,
No.
3, 4,
So it would always be
5,
carrying the same way.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Unless it's able to get up here.
11, 12,
Right. I didn't.
13, 14. So it can only turn to there.
Really?
So it does
It's
make-
got a 14 movement.
Yes.
Must be a fast boy.
He is
But
a
it did-
fast boy.
Turn the other
It
Well, it might be
did
a
turn
special
twice. So he is fine.
Oh,
He is very fine.
Okay.
He is a very fine boy.
Still can't see anything though. So
Yep, still can't see anything. This is the top of the round, technically. So this is when the smoke phase will occur. The wind was moving backwards at this point.
I
We
thought
need
the smoke phase happened at the heat phase, which is near the end of the round.
It is normally during them. We didn't do it last time. That's why I'm doing it now.
Okay. So
More the reason why. We're
I'm
seeing
just
if there's a
moving the smoke.
wind change. Oops, hold on. I need to see if the wind changes.
God, I love all the
Yep.
smoke on the
Wait.
battlefield.
Wind does not change, so it goes backwards. There is no additional smoke here.
Well, the fire is still burning here, so the smoke is generating from that point.
Yes, but it's going backwards.
Yes.
But it
it can't
ignite
go
these,
on.
so they cannot smoke.
They cannot catch fire. They can have smoke drift into them.
Yes, but
So
again,
there's smoke there. There's no fire.
there's no smoke there yet. I haven't done that. That's what
Oh.
I'm saying. Don't move anything yet until I tell you to, or if
Sorry, I'm
it's
trying
happened.
to be helpful.
It's not helpful when I'm trying to explain what I'm doing here. So, again, the smoke's wind direction is moving backwards at the moment. We
Right.
need to see if it ignites anything else in its directional path. So, the only one that is capable of igniting something is this one right here. Can ignite this light woods.
Mhm.
And then this can ignite this heavy woods.
Which should be easier.
Yes, that is a 5, that is a 7.
Wait, it's labeled as a light wood. Are you sure that's a heavy wood when you hover over it?
That's heavy.
Okay, so we're just going off of what the text
Heavy.
says.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
they should be heavy woods. Yeah, they're both heavy woods actually. So they're
Right,
both
right.
5s.
I know we've had this confusion before.
Okay. Did not ignite. Did ignite.
Ignites
So-
with prejudice.
So,
Oh, fire.
this did not ignite. But this one right here did.
Alright.
So, that then is now on fire. We need a black smoke token for that one.
No,
Boom.
we need a red smoke token for that one. Because it takes a turn for it to build up.
I thought we determined that it
Nope,
once
Black
ignited
smoke
was
is heavy smoke.
oh right. Then light smoke here. These will have dissipated by this point.
However, smoke will spread if it is in the southerly direction to there. Eventually.
So these are out. This would be burnt out at this point, which reduces it down to light smoke.
Yep, but if
That
it's
is
burnt
gone.
out, hold on. We'll just make it black. Because I believe it would be rubble and not actually.
Yes, It is considered. Actually, let me double check that. Terrain modifiers. They're always so fun.
They are fun. I don't know about you, but I'm enjoying watching all the smoke all over the map. Oh, just knowing it's all burning. It makes me feel warm already on the inside.
Wrong book. The corrected book.
And y'all, though, my top goal today is I have to step on at least one pirate infantryman with my mech.
I think that'll be the preferred execution method of the pirate leader.
We'll do it just like Indonesian elephant execution, but it's a mech instead.
Yep.
You just put him on a pad, then he last words. Nah, too late. Squish.
I mean, it's better than throwing him off a cliff. You can't be sure.
That depends on what you follow him afterwards when you throw him off a cliff. If you follow it up with a couple boulders, I'm pretty sure that's over.
You also have to, follow up and make sure that the body is there, because otherwise the kill is not confirmed.
What if you roll enough boulders down? Dimitri, you can always
If there
use
is not
more
a body,
force.
if the body is not seen, the man is not dead.
Plus, you operate on like Marvel rules. I get you. You gotta be holding this still beating heart in your hand. Is that it, sure enough? I knew you
Well,
could
that's
never
a kill confirmed. You have to confirm the kills.
Is this the start of Chirno's fashionable ear bandolier?
No. Simple photographs will suffice in the case of assassinations.
So Chirno's got a wall of developed Polaroids then.
No, not really.
When
She's not a
forests are destroyed by combat damage or by being burned, they do not create rubble. They are considered a cleared hex. Only
Okay.
buildings are considered for rubble.
Right.
So there has to be supporting structure that would remain, so they are considered a cleared hex.
All right.
I thought they got
Yes,
reduced to
honestly,
rough
I mean.
terrain or something like that.
Nope, they are not rough terrain. They are considered just a clear hex.
That kind of makes sense. So like charcoal
Okay.
really holds up a mech.
Well, it'll be black anyway, just so that way we know what's what.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good to know that it is not considered rubble. The roadways, if they are destroyed, are considered rubble.
Oh,
So-
does the fire destroy the roadway? Or
It does.
the exploded one sure as hell is when that fuel depot went, but
Mhm, mhm.
yeah, that's a special kind of woof.
Well, roadways usually have like a TF of like 100 or so.
Almost forgot. These are Inferno rounds, so they would be burning for 10 rounds. Almost forgot about that. So that would be burnt out because it's out of points. This would also be burnt out because it is out of points. So it's really more of the issue that it's burnt out because it's out of points available.
Alright, so that also gets turned to a black.
Heavy woods do not actually have that much in the way of points. This will create southern smoke, and that is it. And these will only smoke for one more round before they will dissipate.
Is this one still on fire?
That one is the one that just caught on fire.
Nope, that's over here.
That's the one that just caught on fire. This is the one that was still burning. Then that one's burnt out because
All right.
these
I got it.
they don't have that much in the way of points here.
I'm trying to get it right. BattleTech is complicated.
Smoky mesh. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. Alrighty, kiddos. So, that now brings us to the movement phase is now finished.
Nope, we didn't move.
Movement phase for them is finished.
Okay.
So,
I would
since we're
start
following
with
on,
Highlander.
Yeah.
Because it's a melee mech and it needs to go. Well, it goes 4-6, but if we sprint, it goes up to 8 or 12. I don't remember.
I don't either. So who's moving first?
I'm thinking the Highlander, and I kind of want to sprint it toward the enemy. Because it will be out of range a while anyway.
Okay, let's take a look at the Highlander then.
Need to know if it goes 8 or 12. I'll move it 8 for now.
Hold on, I need to do something really quick here. Stop giving me messages. For the love of God.
7, 8. We'll put it there.
Are these roads still fine, or?
Are the roads still fine? What do you
Yeah,
mean?
Like over here where there is fire going on.
Yeah, those are still fine. These are
Alright.
still
Yeah,
fine.
they're just the wrong
The-
color.
This was destroyed
Move on.
because the building was blown up.
Mhm.
That fuel depot that you blew the fuck up.
Do know that you get +1 movement for
Yep.
following a road.
Yeah, the Luckner is exactly where it's gonna be.
Okay. That Von Luckner is going to have a hell of a time. Anyway. Sprinting.
Mhm.
He does. Okay.
So hover vehicles are not required to make skidding checks if you are flanking on a vehicle. It is equivalent to the amount that you moved, divided in half, rounded up, for the check.
That was a hover tank.
Yeah.
Luckner has
So
it.
if the Luckner were to magically somehow, let's say, move 5 hexes, which I know it doesn't move that fast.
Well, the Luckner can move, I believe, 5 hexes if it's on the road.
Yeah. So if it moves 5 hexes, it makes
Move 6 hexes, actually. But yeah.
okay, so if it moves 6 hexes and makes a change of lane, that means that it would have a 3 to beat in its piloting check. If your piloting already exceeds that,
He does.
then
There you
you
go,
don't
thank
need
you.
to make the check.
You're competent enough to not flip the tank.
Alright, these are my
In addition to that,
things.
it is for every time that a mech makes a change in direction while moving on a road that they have to make a sliding check. It is equivalent to the number of times that they have changed direction.
Yes, and whenever you change your hex face, you change direction, right?
Yes, in a singular direction. So if I
Okay.
change from left to right 3 times, it's a 3.
Gotcha.
So that's what it means by that. So actually sliding in a mech is quite hard.
Gotcha.
It's difficult to fuck it up when you have your own.
Anyway, sprinting. This Highlander doesn't have an additional 3 movement.
What does it got?
It's got 4, 6, but sprinting I thought gave it to 8 because it's double walk speed, I think. But I'm not 100% sure.
You're gonna
Could
make
be
a full
double run
sprint?
speed. Yeah.
You're making a full sprint in a mech?
Yeah.
It is double run speed.
Okay, so it's got an additional 3 hexes.
Yes.
Boop, boop, boop. Needs
Yes.
to make a PSR for going through the rubble.
Where is it going through?
It's going
through-
through this hex here.
Okay. It just has difficulty on piloting checks. It does not need to make a PSR for it.
okay.
Moving through rubble just makes it more difficult to make a piloting check. You're more likely to fall.
Anyway, he moved 11 hexes. That's a PSR of a lot. That's a 4.
Who?
Him all the way up here.
So he's where is he right now? He's in the rubble. So
Yeah.
and any check that he would make for a PSR, he has a +4 to his modifiers.
Right, but he has a +4 movement modifier for incoming attacks.
Okay, that's what you meant by that. I thought you were saying that he has to make a PSR already. Like,
No.
what did you do? Are you DFAing the ground?
No.
Well, okay,
what's
so also to
next
keep in
on
mind,
mine?
if you DFA or if you jump jet inside of Rebel, that's when you have to make a PSR as well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It is bizarre. Remember, those are heavy woods, so they do cost 2.
Yep, I am aware.
Okay.
Moved 8 hexes, which I believe is a +3. Let me double check.
8
Yes.
hexes would be a 3, yes. They have no shooting phase.
Yep. Well, they can't shoot him anyway. He's behind the smoke screen.
Mm-hmm. There is somebody not behind the smoke screen.
Well, that's where the +4 run speed comes in. Plus, he's a Highlander and has a bunch of armor.
Mm-hmm.
Now if that locust is a running crawling check off that hill.
Be fucking hilarious. The last thing I have control of is the Awesome, which can move 10 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
10 hexes gives it a 4 movement modifier.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to the goofiness of BattleTech, called we have to look at rules a lot because we're using mechanics that we're unfamiliar with.
Mhm.
So
All right,
we'll
that's
get more used to
everything
them
I
as they
can
go.
move.
All right.
You know what? It's just more content, bro. No worries about it. So,
Just more content. Yes.
We have an
Yes.
Excalibur, an Ostol, a Warhammer.
and I believe I am in control of those 3 you just listed out. So I'm going to take my Excalibur and 1 second. I'm probably going to end up putting it right behind that cluster of trees, right ahead of the one that just got burned.
Okay.
And then I'm not sure if there's anything that I can target. I've got long range, I've got indirect fire, but there's a large pall of smoke in my way, isn't there?
Yeah, you can't see it. That's why I'm sprinting forward to try to get past it.
Did the
fair.
Highlander mark anybody? Say
Oh, it can spot. It
Yeah.
sprinted.
Ooh.
Yes.
And I do have indirect LRM file.
Yes, we have a lot of missiles.
Spotting is. Let me see here.
I don't know if I have this.
I'm pretty good with my gunnery. If it's a decent shot, I'll take it. But I only got 12 rounds of LRM ammo and I already burned
You
one.
cannot spot if you sprinted.
Ah,
Because it is considered a full round action to sprint. So you are using your second basically simple action that you would use to fire normally, or to spot and fire, which is why you take additional penalties when you do that. But if you're using a full round action to sprint, you are focused on driving the mech completely.
Gotcha. If only if we had a beagle.
Yeah, a beagle would solve your problem there.
all right. Then it sounds like Sinclair is just going to take position behind
That
that
or a
one.
second
kind of
person in the mech.
Yeah.
Yes, if you have a co-pilot seat, you would be able to do that. Which technically speaking, the MAD does have a co-pilot seat. But he does not have a co-pilot.
Ride solo.
There is a Guardian ECM suite on the MAD.
So if it closes in.
I don't think anybody else has like that type of equipment necessarily.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. So, who's moving next? Sinclair, where are you going? You're trying to get in front of these trees here?
Yeah. So you see that one burnt out hunk closest to me? The one nearest an unburnt hunk. I want to be right there in that corner. I think that'll be my 8 movement. Because I've got to turn a lot. to get there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And then turn 1 for 8.
Yep.
Turn 1 for 8 like that.
Yep.
You're
Exactly.
right by the trees.
Yep. I wanted to touch a cover, maybe. As for the Warhammer, I think that bad boy's just going to keep plowing straight ahead. And
Sprint it?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have a shot anyway?
fair enough. Yeah, I'll make a sprint on that. And you have the
That's a sprint for 8, becomes 16.
Good Christ.
so I can roll that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Covered by the fire.
Okay. Do I have to make a roll or
Nope.
for that particular mech, or do you?
No, you were all
I believe it
running in
moved
normal terrain.
15 hexes, it gets a
Cool.
+4 to move. +4 modifier.
I don't need to actually question at all what the hell the Austral's doing. I know Benson's strategy. That thing's going headlong as fast as physically possible towards the nearest thing you can shoot.
Sorry.
Sprint or not?
1, 2,
Full
3,
sprint.
4,
Full
5,
sprint.
6,
She's an experienced,
7,
she's a Davian. She's all ready for it.
That's 16
14.
movement.
It's 14 hexes.
That's still same modifier.
Yeah, still same modifier. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. If it hit 18, it would have gotten that +5.
Alright,
Which-
so the Yostol is moving the same. Just sprinting headlong into it.
Ostel has
in. I mean, she wouldn't end in fire, obviously, but you know.
also a 16. She can probably run through it.
Yeah, you only
1,
gain
2,
2 heat for running
3,
through the fire,
4,
and we have enough
5,
heat sinks
6,
to not worry about it.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
That's only one level
15.
change. Yeah. That's still enough movement for a +4.
Yeah, that's a +4 plus 6 heat.
I thought it was only 2 heat because she only ran through the fire.
1, 2, 3. It's for each one.
Okay.
Each one still consists of 2 heat. It's for every hex you pass through that's on fire.
Alright.
Yeah,
Well, we have enough heat to sink it anyway.
You can't completely bypass it, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she's at 8 heat.
I'm gonna
Which
go
she
grab,
will sink easily because she can't shoot.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna grab some food. I'll
Alright.
be right back.
So
Yeah.
we're just not gonna bother recording that. Unless she gets hit with infernos.
Yes, which
She might.
is a possibility.
The enemy is definitely not shy about them right now.
Alrighty, in which case I need to do the same thing with the Highlander.
The Warhammer didn't run through it, so.
Yeah, the Highlander only took 2. So it's 4 plus the movement.
All right, who's moving next?
So it's down to Jesus. Do we have
I need
what, a
my
Wolverine?
treasure.
The people who have not moved yet. You moved 8, by the way, Sinclair?
Yes, full movement, but not a run, not
Okay.
a sprint.
So that's a 3.
Sinclair's gonna hang back because that's kind of his nature. Plus, that's kind of his mech's purpose. It's a sniper.
Okay, so who's gonna move some stuff next?
Shoot. Let me give it to Orinoco.
Okay,
already
so
moved.
We can
The
hear
Von
Catman's
Luckner
beautiful
and
the
voice.
Von Luckner and the
Maximum.
Maximum have moved. So we're waiting on the other things to move
The
here, which is
Thunderbolt, the
Sure.
Lynx.
in the Treb.
Well, I don't see a Lynx on
Yeah,
here,
Treb.
so it's a Thunderbolt and a Treb.
The Lynx is right here.
Oh, I didn't see it.
He's hiding in the woods like a good boy. he's like, I'm a
good lynx.
stealthy lynx.
By the way, I apologize when you can hear my dog chewing on her toy. She's very insistent right now.
And dog's a dog.
But we shouldn't have gotten her so many goddamn squeaky toys. Normally it's not a problem because she rips their heart out Kali Ma style within 2 minutes, but this one's lasted too long.
Alrighty. While we're waiting for Orinoka, how's everybody's week been so far?
Up and down, mostly down. I had a. I'm not gonna talk about it on stream afterward.
Okay.
I have been swept up in planning my own wedding, so that's fun.
Yeah,
Well,
shotgun
congratulations.
having a shotgun wedding.
Well, not specifically, but yeah, I mean, there's a shotgun wedding.
The joke has to always be made.
Of course, 100%. That's why Benti is not currently with us. She was up all night arguing with her mother on flower arrangements, and my God. I've never seen 2 women so passionate about hydrangeas. Anyway. She will be with us, though.
I don't get flowers, but if she wants them, then
Oh, that's the thing. The flowers are perfectly agreed to. It's where they should be, how they should be up against all the other flowers, and where on what tables they should be, because there's a certain, I guess, connotation depending on what flowers you put at what guest's table. Anyway. Shit, I
motherfucker,
didn't
this
know.
isn't the 18th century. You can't communicate via flower anymore. Nobody cares.
Well, I mean,
apparently,
some people do.
yeah, no, apparently my in-laws do, and apparently my family does too. I didn't know anything about weddings. I'm just being led to my hand here. I'm just doing my best.
There's this whole secret language about flowers, and I'm like, the hell?
It's been around for a long time. Like, flower culture has existed since, like, the French court.
Like, I know how you can say passively "fuck you" and flower, but like,
Depending, it's not very passive. I know for a fact that I guess it's like daisies or like the middle finger in a bouquet.
Apparently, I never knew that, by the way, myself until like maybe a year or two ago that somebody had said that to me.
Motherfucker, they're pretty. Just
Yes, but it's about like a reflection of it. Because the weird thing is, all the context is like 100 years old for the meaning of a flower.
as I
So it
said,
doesn't make
this ain't the 18th century anymore.
But this is tradition, man. This is what people love.
Orinoka,
I mean, I
have
think
you
it's
returned?
I'm sorry, I didn't know that he was.
You get some mechs to move, I believe.
All three of them.
Which one's what?
This one,
It's 9 o'clock. I need
this
to
one,
see if a Bethany.
and this one, which are here and here. And I believe the trebuchet is over here for some goddamn reason.
If it's over there, I think it was picked up by someone.
Over
last
there.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Where did it go? I know we have a trebuchet. I don't know who has it or where it went.
Somebody has the treb sheet. I put it out, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
Unless for some
I
reason
know
it's
next I
back
took responsibility
here
for.
with me somehow.
Yeah, here's the Thunderbolt and the Lynx.
Nope, it's back here. I'm just dumb. Yep, just dumb.
No Thunderbolt.
Here's the treb.
Yeah.
Who needs the treb? I'm gonna put the treb over here.
No, excuse me.
Yeah, literally the only person missing from the other unit is the dervish. The dervish is the only one who stayed behind for operational command.
Mm-hmm. You are all in on murdering these people. Gotcha.
Pretty close to it, yeah.
Let me not have this one. If I move him here, he's not going to crush my thing
If you move him where?
onto the same road.
You can move through his hex. You just can't be in the same hex necessarily. Well, you can be in the same hex, yeah.
Okay, because either I end here or I have him turn this way.
Okay. You can sprint him if you want.
Nah. Well, here, let me.
To have an understanding, they can't physically see anybody behind that smoke wall.
Fair.
You would know that.
So everybody's clenching their cheeks and fucking steadying their aim. Or madly running into melee.
Okay. One, two, three.
Yeah, rubble just costs additional movement points to move through, that's all.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And the building itself is the only 2 points that are considered rubble themselves. Actually, also where the turrets were destroyed, those are considered rubble. Because they have, well, turret parts laying in the ground.
The bits and pieces.
You know, there are charred corpses and charred turret. One part of that is impeding.
I just have this awful image of a burnt out corpse in an artilleryman's chair just getting stepped on.
I got goo on my mech foot.
Oh god, some poor bastard's gotta hose that off the bottom foot pad.
Well, you know who has to hose it off, right?
Hmm.
Your technicians.
Oh. They already don't like me. They think I'm crazy. The man asked me to integrate it into his mech. It was just a casual thing he asked. And then he walked in and he said no.
I just asked him if he would integrate my brain into the mech.
It's just a question, you know? Do they know that out here?
Alright.
Look, man, I don't know the periphery that. I mean, I know the periphery that.
People would understand the concept of what you asked, but they would still think you're insane.
Part of me is definitely thinking that's just something Sinclair does to text to see if they're Blakist spies. It depends on how wide their eyes get when you ask. Because if it's just almost like not enough of a first reaction, you're definitely with the fucking order.
It's like, you're a Blakist. I see that you
exactly.
don't mind the war crime and ethics violations. You're a Blakist.
You overplayed your face on that one. I could tell because your eyelids did twitch. You stared on with righteous devotion when I asked. Anyway.
Anyways.
Just Comstar things.
Is that all the movement you've got?
I believe so. I mean, we only had 2 mechs left, right?
Yeah, I moved everybody.
Okay, so that will finish the movement phase. It is now on to the shooting phase.
Pilot's part.
There are 2 mechs that have available shots.
They can't shoot. They sprinted.
Yes, so there's no shooting.
They do have cover.
They do have cover.
Minor from the various woods.
+1. That does not provide cover at the moment. It's just rubble.
I'm talking these up here.
No,
Maybe.
that's level 1.
Yep, but they're on a lower level.
He's too high.
Right.
That's level 1. It only works when
Yeah.
you're standing next to it. You're not standing next to it.
But forests are 2 levels tall.
There's no more forest here.
Oh,
They went kaboom.
right.
Remember?
Let's
Alright.
remember something here. You blew up a fuel depot that had an explosion radius of 2.
Okay. My
My
apologies.
favorite part. My favorite part is how the heavy turrets disintegrated when that happened. Those poor crews. There's a flash and a bang, and then off to hell you go.
Okay, so the Locust has a shot. +2 to hit the hostile.
Woods here.
Yes. And that shot is out of the way of this hex, so it cannot be taken as defensive cover for
Gotcha.
the Locust. So the Locust is going to aim at the Highlander then.
Pick the biggest,
Alright.
scariest thing, right?
Pretty much. So
It's still at a. It's
1,
still at a 4 to
2,
hit.
3, 4, 5. 5 is the distance. 5 hexes on a Locust.
It depends on if it has like medium lasers or
It's got
ER
a-
medium lasers.
It's got a medium laser. It's got a medium.
All right.
so it's
that's
a
an
medium
additional
range.
+2.
+2. It does not have range with its machine guns.
Did it run or walk?
It ran, so it's
So that's
+2 on
an
top,
additional
4. So we're at 4 so far.
Mhm. It's gunnery,
Standard.
so that's an additional +4.
So we're at 8.
12 with the running modifier.
I already put that in, so it's 8. 8
No,
for
no.
8 for its gunnery, and its modifiers from its run.
From here, the Highlander's movement modifier.
Yeah, that's the only one I haven't added in. So that's
Okay.
8 + 8, so or 8 + 4. So now we're at 12.
Yes.
I thought you meant the run of this guy. I'm like, that's only 2.
No.
The
No,
run
no,
of the
no.
Highlander makes it 12. He needs to hit on boxcars. We're going from boxcars.
Gotcha.
Or one medium laser. That's a
He didn't
miss.
get it.
All right. Commando. Does it have anything in range?
Depends on
No,
if
it
it's a large
doesn't.
laser variant.
No, it doesn't.
It does not have anything in range, so we move on to the turrets. The
There's so many
turrets.
turrets.
Heavy Shredder has a viable shot.
Ooh.
Is it an easy shot? No.
No. Not by a long shot.
But at least it didn't move. So it doesn't get any.
Yeah, it has no modifiers for
Negative
that.
But it's got to
Um,
shoot through at least one heavy woods.
Okay, so this is Heavy Shredder 1 over here.
Possibly 2.
This is an LBX AC-20. SRM 6. And a set of medium lasers. Okay.
I don't think you can get hit it at all. Because it's passing through 2 heavy woods.
It can ignore the woods.
Okay.
Turrets don't give a shit about woods.
Okay.
Because they're getting spotting from tower.
Gotcha.
They don't give a shit about woods. Turrets do not require things like this. They are not
So
in.
how can you just a gun welded to the ground?
All right, hold on. Now, here's the thing. There is a Guardian ECM active. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is not within the range of protection. So
No.
the ECM does not block out the radio tower, so the spotting is still effective.
Mhm.
So
And it will be for a hot minute.
that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hexes away. On 8 hexes, it can hit with
You said LBX 20?
yes, at medium range. SRMs. Yep,
Thought it
that's
was
exactly
long range
8.
for an LBX 20.
Nope, that is exactly medium range for these guys.
I thought the LBX 20 had the same range as a medium laser. But alright.
Oh, I'm sorry, they have extreme ranges. My bad. Yes, they can shoot to 0 and they can shoot out to 12. So yes, that is long range, so +4. That is extreme range +8. And
It's gunnery.
+8. So that is boxcars for everything else, and it is so the SRMs are boxcar. Everything's boxcars then, because it's out to 8.
Even with the run modifier?
With the run modifier, it makes it all boxcars.
Okay.
Pretty much, because, like, can't really hit the rest of it. But you can always crit.
Almost,
Ooh.
but not quite.
Ooh, you are so lucky they have no edge. That's a miss with the
Thank God, you're just a
AC-20.
nameless kid from the periphery and nobody important.
Well, the commander can't use his edge. That's part of it.
And LBX 20s are annoying.
Okay.
I should know. I made a tank with 5 of them.
All right, we're on medium lasers. That's a miss. And that's a miss. No jams, though. So, as this thing fires, it shreds through these woods.
Okay, that's kind of terrifying.
It is going to remove 1 and 2 here.
Alright, so we just turn them black. That works too.
God, I wonder what sound 2 LBX-20s make.
Thunk.
Basically.
Because you
And-
gotta remember, an LBX is basically a giant shotgun. It fires one round.
In
But
a
the beautiful thing
cluster.
is the shotgun, it's all bomblets. They're not just pellets. They're like explosive, armor-defeating fucking bomblets.
Mhm.
Yep.
I
They're
fucking
still
love LBX.
irritating to play because you gotta roll to see how many hit, and then you have to roll each individual damage die once.
Unless you decide to just fire
LBXs
solid slug.
They're yeah, it's still solid slugs. It's just they're clustered. That's all it is. LBXs are a cluster weapon.
No, the solid slug is just a single solitary round. The cluster shot is a bunch of pellets.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on.
It's just got 20 pellets.
Yeah, and that's what makes it irritating, is if you roll high, you gotta roll 20 hit locations for 1 point of damage each.
No, they're clustered.
Yeah, they are clustered. The LBX cannons are very specifically cluster 1.
Yes.
So each individual pellet
Hits one
hits
area.
which makes them irritating. Because you gotta roll to see if they hit, and then you gotta roll to see how many hit. Now that you got a number of hits, you gotta see where each individual pellet goes, which
Not
makes them irritating.
not quite. Not exactly.
That's what makes them headshot machines terrifying.
So they're not a cluster weapon. They can cluster shot.
Yes.
They
If you
just
load
roll.
in cluster rounds.
You just
they're
roll
cluster-
multiple hit locations, but you can do
Yeah.
it by number of pellets. So you can do 20 pellets in it, but they're all AC 20 rounds.
No, they're not 20 damage each, they're 1 damage each.
So I'm reading the card right here. They are 20 or 1 pellet per damage. So you either shoot them as one whole cluster or you separate them by pellet, which means you can fire them as a spread shot. It's either one or the other.
Yes, you either get a slug, which is its own ammunition type, or cluster shot,
it's
which
not
is a different ammunition type.
It's not a slug.
If it's not a slug, then it can only fire the cluster round.
Okay, what I'm
I am
saying
reading
is,
Total War here.
I'm reading off the card, which is the same thing. It's reading directly from Total War.
Alright. Where the hell is this card?
Right there. They're all the same shredder.
Yeah, it's 20 damage or 1 pellet. Okay, so they got both ammunition types in there.
Yes.
They're just not listing what the ammunition is.
Yes.
Okay, I was confused.
There you go. It's basically saying it's all the same ammunition, but you can fire it one of 2 ways.
Okay, they're simplifying it. Gotcha.
Yes. That is the crux of how it works. Is it's either you do pellets or you do 1 round, and it's just using an AC-20 shell, essentially using it like an AC-20 shell. It doesn't spread the shot.
Okay, I was confused.
Yeah.
Thank you much.
Clarification indeed. All right, so standard lasers are going to, or the standard lasers and then standard missiles are then going to fire. So standard laser set is going to be aiming for the Highlander.
That's probably the easier shot.
And
yeah.
the standard missiles are going to do the same because it's just got no other viable shot otherwise. You got no cover on this one whatsoever.
That's why the TMM must be high.
Yep. So standard gunnery for these guys is still 4. Going at a range of approximately 6 hexes. 8 hexes for these guys. So, for the standard lasers, they are hitting in medium range for 8, The missiles are also hitting in medium range for LRM-15s. Artemis.
All right.
The lasers are hitting in long range.
So they're getting
Or
plus
no,
4.
they're hitting in extreme. So those
So
are
that's a plus 8.
Yeah, so those are boxcars. The large laser is within its medium category. So it is +2, +4, +4, 8, 9. So it's 10s on the large lasers. We'll do those first. It's boxcars for the medium lasers, and then we'll deal with the missiles.
Alrighty.
So large laser number 1. That's a miss. Large laser number 2. Also a miss.
Also no.
Time for boxcarring on 2 medium lasers each. We're just gonna group.
Nope.
Boxcars, none. Nope. All right.
Actually,
so
you
both.
did get boxcars on one place.
That's a
Critical hit roll.
location.
Yes, if it did hit, it would have shot him in the face.
Darn. All right. So both groupings of medium lasers miss. So we're gonna group the LRM-15s for this one. And we're going to fire.
Just took that poor Highlander's head off.
Oh, excuse me.
Nope.
That is a no. Needed a 10 for that.
All right. Any other large laser fire?
Yeah, that's still medium range. So that was the missiles, so that is a miss. There is nothing left there, so we're on to the heavy laser turret. This is all front row, by the way.
Gotcha.
Twin PPCs.
That's probably a medium range.
That is correct. That is medium
So
range.
We already calculated
10s.
those at 10s.
It cannot hit with its medium lasers. They are out of range. Linking. That's a miss. 2 PPCs just flying around.
Highlander is moving too fast. That's
Hi-
gotta be terrifying.
Highlander make you
just
panic.
barreling at you.
I'm just making
Highlander's
panic.
got some post-human dread going on right now. Just watched a mountain sprint across the fucking field.
All right, 2 light lasers are now coming in here.
Light
They
lasers.
are 2 light laser turrets. They are incapable of hitting. So we are moving on to the standard snipers. So the 2 standard snipers are sitting up on the edge of the hills. +1s on their shots here for interception. They're turrets. They don't get +1s because they always require spotting. That is how they functionally work, which is a little weird, but you know,
Whatever.
they're turrets. They need some level of help. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These guys are equidistant. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 on the left side, 12 on the other. Okay, they weren't determined, so I'll make the first one the left side. You haven't gotten that close yet, so I haven't determined them. So left side one is going to go first with a 9. 9.
A 9 to hit with.
9 in distance. That puts it in medium range for both its ERPPC and LBX5 AC.
Ooh. Is that in single or cluster shot?
That will be in single shot. It's just going to keep it grouped.
Alright.
No reason to pellet this thing. It needs to hit it with damage. So that's 2 +2 +4, 6 +4. We're at 10s.
Yep, we already calculated that.
Yep. Let me see if it's twin. Are these twins? No, it's one of each. So we'll make 2 separate rolls. Cannot link. All right, ERPPC first.
Hits.
That'll
Oh,
hit.
God.
Location 5. Location 5, directly to the front here, is going to be the right leg
Alrighty.
from
For
an
how much damage?
ERPPC.
Is that 10 or 15?
That is 10.
Okay. It is not the clan variant.
Yes, this is not a direct clan variant. This is, cheaply sold clan variants.
So it's an inner sphere equivalent.
Yes, it's inner sphere equivalent in terms of damage.
Something Clan Diamond Shark dug out of a fucking basement. It's like 40, 60 years old.
That or something on a cheaper production scale.
For anybody who's also just joining us over in chat, this game is BattleTech A Time of War. If you are just checking this out now, BattleTech A Time of War is the tabletop RPG version of the game. Welcome. Build your mech now. It's Dunsteiner has eclipsed the Sunwolf clan, has spread its wings. The time has come for the free world's things. Which is half the fun. Okay, that's a funny line. Going from a 12 is still within medium range, so that's another 10. We still need the LBX 5, actually. That was only the ERPPC, so we're doing LBX 5. Boom. That's a miss. Another ERPPC. Right. Still at the same ranges. Still a miss. And LBX 5. Here we go. That is also a miss. I'm rolling like shit today.
Okay.
I was rolling like shit yesterday, too. I'm just having a bad rolling day. All right, so that we're going up the hill now. We're on to the light missiles. Light missiles have a range up to a max of 21.
You already did the missiles. You did them as a cluster, didn't you?
Yeah.
No, we're doing this row of missiles up here. That was this missile carrier over here. Now we're on to the light missile carriers. The light missile carriers, these are all designated in rows back here. So light missile carriers are twin LRM-10s.
Ooh.
They are linked.
Okay.
So going from each one, let's determine ranges here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's medium range.
So that is definitely medium range. They're not getting any further than that. I agree. These digital dice rolls are definitely sabotaging me here. So we're in medium range for 10s on all of these.
You failed when rolling them by hand.
I fail at all occasions of rolling, so let's just say it's just justice. It's justice of luck.
Oh, it's just you, dog.
Yeah.
Have your...
That's a miss on the first one. Second turret. That's a hit.
That hits. How many missiles hit out of 20?
That is a cluster 3 on essentially a 20. It's on a 10, but it's done twice, so 3 done twice is 6.
Alright.
So
that's one cluster of 5 and one cluster
of 1.
Yeah.
So first location goes to 11. 11 is going into your left arm here.
Left
for 5
arm on the Highlander.
And then second location is 9 for the left leg for 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left leg for 1.
All right, last missile carrier. Or missile turret. Light missile turret. That's just barely a hit for location 9.
And a cluster roll of 8 twice.
8 done twice is 12. 12 missiles.
So
2 5s and 1 2.
Yes, and
so
location 9. I think
left leg for 5.
Really?
Yeah, 9 is left leg for 5. 11 for the left arm for 5. And the final location for 2 is a 7. That is center torso.
Yep.
For 2.
For 2.
Yep.
That left arm is not doing well. What's in the left arm? Nothing important.
Next turret, light sniper turret that's way up on the hill. It has a range out to 25 and 27 with an Ultra AC2 and an LBX2.
If it's not medium range, it's long range, and that's the light sniper up here.
Mm-hmm. I believe it is in extreme range here.
It's only out to 11 hexes.
So if it's only 11 hexes, then that puts it within... Yeah, that definitely puts it in medium. So that's
which is 10
tends to hit on both of these. They're going to use them in the same formation, which is going to be... Oh, no. Okay, so the LBX on this one is 1 pellet each. So it is required to shoot in cluster form. So
okay,
it has to spread the shot.
Because it's a pain in the ass.
First one is going to be the Ultra, miss. LBX.
Oh, wait, no, it's an Ultra, so it's pellet of 5.
Well, it's Ultra 2. So...
Oh, so it's an Ultra of 2, okay.
And then it has an LBX 2 as well, which still misses.
Alright. The other one? Because there's 2 up there.
Alrighty. One of them is disabled.
Oh.
Or, no, I'm sorry. There's 3 of these, actually. There are 3 of them, because there's a light sniper here. That one's at 10 still. So, the other 2 are at 11, so we're going to still use the same rolls here. Going again. Da-da-da-da. Ultra, nope. Miss. LBX. Miss. Ultra. Miss. LBX. Miss.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to let you know, so you can do this tactically in the future. If you use cluster shot on an LBX cannon, you get a +1 to hit. It's a bonus. It's easier to hit with an LBX cannon.
Oh, I didn't see that. Well, good to know for the future.
Well, it's not on the card, it's actually in the description of the actual cannon itself.
Oh, I don't think they apply the same then.
Okay.
I don't think the turrets. I don't think the turrets apply the same.
Okay, I don't know how turrets work. I'm just letting you know that
turrets have their own function. Essentially, they're specific to their own function. Because
turrets are weird.
Because they're stationary. They're stationary platforms for shooting. So I think it's built into them, essentially.
Okay.
So I don't think they get an aiming bonus for cluster, but I will double check that for next time. For now, I'm going to rule against it.
Right.
I'm not going to give myself that adventure.
The whole point of having a shotgun is that so that something hits.
2 LRM-15s linked. 2 LRM-10s linked are firing from the heavy missile turret up here.
Right. Kind of back in the corner there.
Yeah.
Is it indirect firing due to the cover?
No, it's got direct spotting from this.
Alright.
The communications tower is relaying all positions because that's how it functions. So you can think about what that means, which is...
And we are not to murder that. Gotcha.
That's an 11, which means it puts it at medium range. So we're at 10s. Yep. We're linking both. So 2 LRM-15s.
That miss.
Miss. Horribly. 2 LRM-10s.
That
miss, but not as horribly. But still freaking miss. Alright, so that is all the missiles shot. That is everybody's shooting phase. Heat is determined. During the heat phase, the fire now spreads.
Yes.
So
I think we've already done that. So
when that was for last round, because we didn't do it last time. So, because we were technically on the heat phase. So we're seeing if wind direction changes. No, it does not. Wind direction does not change. It remains going southward.
So that heavy wood might catch fire, and
5.
this heavy wood might fire.
And that one can catch fire again, yes.
Mm-hmm. Strange that the wind is coming off of the mountain, but alright.
It's on fire.
So this one?
Yep.
I got it.
Yeah, just color it red, throw a red token on it.
Mhm.
Alright, second one is going to be the one further up. Does not catch fire. So this thing is still not on fire. Okay. Burn.
It does, however, get a light smoke because of smoke drift.
So the fragging wind direction that can change is coming from the wind directions of this particular area. It is a jungle forested planet that has
Who are you
turbulent
talking?
wind. I'm talking to chat.
Oh, I don't see it, but might be on the YouTubes.
It is on the YouTubes. It is also on the stream. You can see the people chatting underneath my lovely face.
Ah, okay. Because I wasn't seeing it in the Twitch.
Yeah, it's from the YouTubes. But the Terra location is referring to the fact that this is a Terran-like world, but not completely the same. It does have an elevated wind direction and changes. Determinably, it is a little difficult to change wind direction, but this is a very windy place. Because it's a desert. A desert that goes up to the crux of where the optional change is for jungle, so we use the wind direction for this proportion of it, because it is still considered desert. So, anyways, the burn continues. Forest locations that are considered heavy woods have 50 points. They are burned every round with 20. They take an initial 20 and then burn for another 20. So in one more round, these two right here will burn out. This will burn out.
Probably also this one.
That one will probably burn out because they are at 40, 40, 40, 40. Burnt out, burnt out, burnt out. This is fresh. This is now burned for its
Dissipates.
third round. So this is now burnt out. So that's round 3 for it. Fire! Does a lot of damage.
I think it is safe to say that we can promptly ignore this back line here, just for simplicity's sake in the future. Because all of the combat is happening up here.
No cooling is happening from it. It is simply spreading, but some of the areas will have natural cooling. They are using Inferno, which does burn for 10 rounds normally as long as it has fuel. But these forest locations only have 50 points to their given location, so they will burn out after that point. So basically 3 rounds of getting burned by 20 points of fire will do a lot of damage.
Right. And I'm guessing that these are going to be clearing out soonish.
Since they are on fire, they're the initial drop sites. This is round 2 for them, so they are actually down to light smoke because they will have burned out because they don't have any fuel. So, pop, pop. Just adding more smoke. Oh,
Alright,
technically
so
I have to check the road. I almost forgot about that. I have to check to see if that road catches
So
on
that's
fire.
on like a 10 or something.
Yeah, it's on a 10.
Yeah. The road doesn't usually catch on fire.
Yeah, road normally doesn't really catch on fire. But it does not. So except for that piece of road which was on fire, which is still technically burning.
Yeah, well, I think they're using Infernos are kind of like a mixture of napalm and white phosphorus.
Yeah, it's basically the idea of a Willy Pete Think of a Willy Pete plus
I can burn through mess.
napalm.
I can burn through Space Age armor because fuck you, Willie Pete will always kill.
All right.
And
That
remember,
brings us to the top of the round. Remove the movement dice.
There is a Geneva Convention in BattleTech. It is promptly ignored for this and this specifically.
Yes.
There is no mention of incendiary ammunition.
Oh, there is definitely a mention of not using napalm on people, which is Inferno.
Yeah, but nobody buys that because Inferno is the one that makes an infantryman deadly to attack.
That is burnt out.
Easily and cheaply.
That one's still there, but the other one's gone. All right, so movement dice are removed. We are back at the top of the round for a new initiative.
Alrighty.
It's killing time.
It's time to commit some murder.
Rolling for the commander, who we said had a +8 or 9.
8. It is 4 from leadership and 4 from tactics land.
Alright, so that's an 18.
So that is a 14 going.
4. I thought you said 18. Because it's 6 + 4 is 10 + 8.
No, 6 + 4 + 4. I'm saying he has an 8 total.
Okay.
4 from tactics land, 4 from leadership.
And then 10 from the roll.
And then that's 6, so that's 14.
No, it's 6 + 4 is 10.
10.
+4 is 14.
Which-
+4 from leadership is 18.
No, so it's
No,
10 here. +4 because you keep saying from tactics land, and then +4 because you keep saying from leadership as well.
what are you getting another +4 from?
That's a 6.
That's a 6, that's a 4.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't read the dice right. My bad. That's a 10 on the dice. Ignore me. Ignore me. I'm not reading right.
I know.
We have an 18. What's the enemy got?
The Ares Convention kindly mentioned genocide, but it was an issue politely asked for everyone to not do it. Well, there's Incendiary, but there's also Inferno. Guess we're technically okay. Word of Blake, probably.
It's fine as long as you're the one in the right. And you know how you make sure you're the one in the right? If there's no one else to say you were in the wrong.
Be sure to check out episode 9 and 10 of this series so you can understand that we are dealing with the Word of Blake. Thus explains the situation. Maybe.
No, they say fire is a weapon of peace because it leaves no trace of war.
God damn you.
That sounds like a quote. I don't know who said it, but...
Anyways,
I
moving on.
think it's Sun Tzu.
It might be Sun Tzu, I think, but we'll see. It might be Sun Tzu
we'll
of
see.
BattleTech. But anyways, moving on. We are at the movement phase. The enemy commander has a 6.
Needs to beat an 18.
Does not beat that.
Does not.
That's a.
So
that's
his mech's got to move.
just gonna embarrass the fracking planet. Arco's raid, probably.
Embarrass it. I've never embarrassed the bird, but now I want to do that.
All warfare is based. Arco's raid, probably. It just says all warfare is based. I'm guessing that's also my tagline.
Moving on.
Moving on.
We have a locust to move and a commando to move.
Yeah, Locust and Commando have to move. The Locust is going to use his TCM and continue to move at Mach speed. Because that's what he does. He's going to move for another 14 again.
Alright, so he is running for 14.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That does put him in the rear arc.
And
Of
he's
what?
gonna get like
Of the Warhammer.
labbed.
He did move for 14, so that is a good speed.
Did he move fire? Fire.
He did move through fire, so he does take the 6 in heat. But that's okay, because he is triple strength mimer, so he doesn't give a shit. He likes
That
heat.
actually helps.
He likes his heat, so an additional 6 on 2, so he's at 8 heat with this.
He's just below the magical number of 9.
Mm-hmm.
So TSM wouldn't activate. So he wouldn't have the 14 movement.
He's already got additional heat that he's been doing.
Okay.
He's been keeping himself hot on purpose.
Gotcha.
So he's...
Tell me again about the DFA rules.
Don't do it. Just don't.
y-
You'll hurt yourself.
We will go through it if you do it. But only if you do it. He is
Don't
also...
do it. It hurts you more than it hurts the enemy.
Yes, he
A
also...
DFA never works.
He's running hot specifically, so he's increasing his heat by 2 every round on purpose. So he's actually at 10 right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So he gets the heat-based penalty.
Whoops. So he's at 10. So at 10, minus 2 movement points normally.
But the TSM counts.
But TSM just makes him faster. Because, he's based.
He gets a -1 to fire. So
Alright.
He
Excuse
does-
me, I'm just using this for myself.
He does get a -1 to fire. Checking the commando here. The commando has got 9.
Okay. So I
Do
don't
mechs
have
come with
to-
air conditioning, or is that based on tech level? Does the mech is mech currently maintained on?
I can't tell if I'm
That's a
on top
great
of the-
question.
Hold on.
You can't tell if you're on top of who?
I can't tell if I'm on top of the Thunderbolt when I.
there you go. It's on top of the Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is within front arc
Yeah, it is within the
For
front.
now.
line.
for the Thunderbolt.
They do have AC, but when mechs get hot, the pilot gets hot as well.
So how many hexes did he move?
He moved a total of 14, so he does get the
I
plus
put
4.
14 hexes in a straight line.
I'd say it entirely depends.
Sorry,
On
12,
the other-
because he turned for 2.
Okay.
It's 2 hexes that he turned, so it's still a 4.
All right. And then the commando.
And the commando is going for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm not gonna forget it. He does need to make 1 piloting check. He's fine.
He fails. No.
It's perfectly
I
fine.
wish.
It's pretty hard to fail. It's pretty damn hard to fail. You got to beat an 8,
You just gotta shoot him in the legs. Then
and you've
that's all.
got a plus 4 to it. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hexes that he moved. For 6 hexes, that's plus 2. Alrighty. Because every live action mech I've seen sweating bullets in their cutscene. I mean, it's still hot inside of there when you run a mech hot. The AC helps to compensate from killing you, so you don't overheat inside of the mech. But it's still like a couple hundred C inside of there.
I would say it also depends on whether or not your planet has any goddamn AC engineers. I mean, you might have a functional locust, but who the
If
fuck
you're
knows how to
running-
change those filters anymore?
Functionally, you still have to live in that cockpit. It still has like environmental controls to keep you alive, but like it's still gonna be really hot in there.
5.
Depending on
you
his
just
heat
can't load
level,
enough
he's
anti-free.
also got modifiers to his attacks.
Yes, he
Not
does.
just Freon.
He does have a -1 to his attack.
That is a run, but he only ran 4 hexes, so that's only a +1.
That's pretty hot.
Okie dokie.
Well, he's still using hatchet range of just bashing the turret with a hammer, with a hatchet.
Yep.
Just like,
Bonk.
alright! Smash!
It is.
Oh, kabong.
Here's the thing. It is considered a mobile target.
So it gets a +4 to hit?
Yeah, for melee.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, yes.
Yes.
So the lasers would be going
That's why you sit in your underwear inside of a mech, because it's hot in there.
Then you get
There's the
softball.
reason why that
No.
80s art looks like you're in a bikini the whole time, no matter what gender you are.
It's actually one of my favorite things because that's a feature on the Mad Dog. The reason they started calling it the Mad Dog was because the pilots would fucking lose their minds from repeated heat stroke. Because Clan Smoke Jaguar doesn't know when to fucking quit.
No, I'm gonna be a smoked jaguar.
It's just the idea that every Smoke Jaguar Heavy Lance has the one guy who they lead around like on a leash. Like, all right, brother, let's go this way. Yes, that's 2.
Yes, we must go hard. Hard, my brothers, hard.
You're going to stand on this hill. Yes, you're going to shoot anything that comes this way. For honor of the Smoke Jaguar. Yes, for honor of the Smoke Jaguar. You can't really say anything else other than that.
6. Wait, no.
For we are smoked, and we are jaguars.
1, 2,
That would just be this random
3,
the Jaguar is smoke. Honor,
5.
honor, yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like fucking Mech Hodor.
Hodor the mech. I am Hodor!
Run of 1.
Somebody draw that now. Draw a fucking vulture pilot.
Protected by the smoke, so it don't matter, but I just need to get into position. That's all my move. That's all the movement.
All right. Allow us to continue.
So we need
Lynx, Warhammer,
Ostol.
Trebuchet. Did the Thunderbolt move?
No.
And the Excalibur.
Yes, so let's do the Excalibur, the Warhammer, and the Ostol. Because that's all
The
shotgun.
links, any of the ones that I've been doing, I haven't moved them. So.
Okay, so Excalibur, where are you going?
Oh, me? Let's see here. We're talking about range. Has the smoke cleared considerably for me to make a shot at all yet? Or is it
No.
still...
No, it's not cleared yet.
And besides, you might want to get significantly closer anyway.
It will. You would technically know that it would start to clear this round because at the end of this round from the previous burning of the Infernos that it burned off by this point in the third round.
Right. So you'll be protected for now, but you might want to get closer anyway in order to start popping things up north. Because otherwise you're going to be at very long-range shots.
Mm-hmm. Also, what's that? A scout car near an active volcano? Deploy all the stars. Smoke Jaguar, probably. That sounds about right.
Yeah, chat's on it today. All right. But yeah, I'm probably going to take the sprint, and I'm going to probably... I want to get in as close as I can, but I also want to really hang back because Sinclair does not trust any of you.
How much movement do you have? Excalibur has a run.
So you can go up to 16 if you sprint.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3,
You don't
4,
need it
5,
because
6,
you might want
7,
to pop
8.
that locust with light weapons.
I mean, I only got... Wait, light what? I've only got the goddamn Gauss rifle and an LRM-20. I've got a hammer and a hammer, sir. That's all this mech comes with.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean,
you have an AMS, but
you could potentially
I do
just
know this.
not move and shoot him, or only
Also
move up
entirely
slightly.
Can I actually see him? Pretty well.
yeah, you can see this locust.
Yeah, you saw him pop out essentially. So
Okay. And Gauss Rifle's got a pretty decent range. I could just pair Gauss Rifle and LRM and end him right now, probably from where I'm standing.
let's see here.
short
Gauss
range is
rifle.
7 for you. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you within
Yeah,
7 hex? You are not. But if you move like 1 hex forward,
yeah, you can make a
Okay.
walk of 1.
I think I'm just going to take a. Sinclair is going to take 1 step out of his woodland cover, lock all targets on that fucking locust, and let fly an alpha then.
it would be a walk mod of 0.
0.
I mean, you would still have the walking modifier, so you would get a +1 to hit, or -1 to hit. But
One step for man, 1 step for inner sphere kind.
That locust is gonna get lit up.
This poor locust had no idea what he ran into.
He's like, I'm out here.
see it. So...
And then everyone just turns around like, you want me?
Alright. First set of 2d6s, that's 8 plus gunnery.
No, you're not shooting yet.
Not shooting yet. We still got movements left here. We've got a trebuchet, a lynx, a warhammer, and a thunderbolt.
And the obstacle.
And the
What's
vehicles.
that doing?
I did the vehicles.
Okay,
What's
vehicles are
Betsy
done.
doing?
So that's up to me then.
Yep.
So the Warhammer, I'm going to have that guy. Let's see here, get my screen up.
It's got PPCs and SRMs.
Yeah, which means he's going to have to still keep trucking on forward. But he's
And
pretty close right there.
Flamers.
So,
Yeah, you might
He
want
can-
to start
yeah, with the
using
flamers?
him to burn out
He's gonna
some of these
run.
turrets.
no, he's going to run up, just straight up through there. I'm
1,
going to still be able
2,
to shoot afterwards.
3,
But he's got a
4,
6.
5, 6.
Can go up to 8.
Yeah.
You want to keep running? Because that's 7, 8 right here.
No, that's not
Yeah.
7-8. That's not a level 1.
No, that's not a level 1. So that's 7, 8. Or 7, 8.
Okay.
Yeah. That's 7, 8.
So,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Alright.
6, 7. So no, it'd still be 7 here. You would need 9 to get in there. Because there's still
So
woods.
if you want to turn, now would be the time to do it.
You can turn
You
left
go
or right.
Like that. Well,
Oh,
you'd
no,
be
that's-
able to hit everything if you do this.
I'm smelling
Yeah.
that sauce.
Turn left,
but
yeah.
I'm gonna go upstairs.
That's what turn right. That's what I thought. All right. So I'll turn it right so that he's got an angle on everything, and then what's the nearest target that I can see?
Missile turret, laser turret. I would
Standard.
split your fire though, because you have 2 SRM6s with Infernos. You could burn one target, burn another target, hit another target with PPCs.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the list of things then. So I'm going to make that split shot with the SRMs to burn out those turrets.
You could also use your flamers.
Not at this
Can I
one.
reach him?
It's only got 3 hexes.
Is he not within 3? 1.
Nope.
Oh no, it's 4.
4 for a bunch of them.
Yeah, that's 4.
Just shy of it. I'll have to settle for blowing them up and burning them. Oh, woe is me. I won't get to hear the screams in the wind.
hmm
All right.
Okay.
So, and then finally for the
And you can
Austral.
still light shit on fire with the PPCs.
This is not the first
Oh,
set
yeah.
of war crimes, by the way, this company has committed.
Of course not. But this is what you do to entrenched enemies.
And besides,
Yeah,
they're
good country.
pirates. They don't count under of the
Any convention, that's true.
6.
Or the Sterling Code. No honors of war. Literally no code protects pirates from war crimes. Because they're pirates.
That is only a +2 for the run on this one because it's only 6 hexes.
but he gets cover from the wind.
Yes, you do have some woodland cover from different directions.
The Austral. Let's see here. So the Austral's stuck with running, and it's going to be a long way around to get up on the actual force. Can she climb?
It's
Essentially,
only a
yeah.
1 level difference here.
Yeah. And then
So
there's
that's
another
1,
level
2,
difference very
3,
soon.
4,
5.
5.
That's
thinking
that's
six,
an 8
seven-
movement.
6. And
Can,
you could
Can I
go from
move?
there?
can I move?
No,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
put her in the heavy woods and have her focus on
Oh,
the
no,
next level
okay.
up.
6, so that's 7, 8 right there.
She would
Yes.
get half cover from here, and then plus
Mhm.
2 from being in the wood, and she could start popping these light lasers or these light missiles.
Yep.
If you think
Now
about it,
she's in laser
Capellans are
range.
basically responsible for the clans coming into existence. If only the Inner Sphere knew that the Ire would be surreal. And it's only war crimes if someone's left alive to tell people that there was a crime. Sounds like an easily solvable problem to me. It doesn't count if they're pirates.
Okay,
They are
so
pirates.
It's a weapon of peace, or it leaves a
Shotgun.
trace of war.
Shotgun, here's what I'm thinking for you. You have the Warhammer, focus on these
4.
turrets over here. I got this Highlander to deal with these fuckers. You have the Ostol to deal with the lasers.
And I've got the Excalibur to pop that Locust in probably one go. Or at the very least, triple it in one go.
Plus, you know,
Trebuchet?
everybody else around.
He still needs to
Is there a role I have to do to go through other people?
No. As long as they're allies, you do not need to make a roll to go through them. It's only if they are enemies.
Okay. Alright, so Lynx ran up.
And for everybody who's watching, feel free to interact in chat. If you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them in between moments that I have available. And if
We
you're
are an interactive forum.
yes, we are chatty here.
Yeah, I was just
That's so
waiting for a
unfair.
moment to pause so I could explain my thinking.
yeah, no, you're perfectly fine.
5, 7, 8. I don't want to do that. That's probably not a smart idea. This is all on fire, right?
Yep, for
Uh,
now.
Yeah, they are still on fire for now.
Oh, okay.
They will soon not be on fire.
Make sure the Warhammer takes 6 heat, by the way.
I
The
am
Lynx
aware.
also has 6. Plus the...
Let's see here. It can sync up to 30, but it's got 6, so it can sync up to 24. That's both SRM6s and a PPC. And then if you want to go like 5 over, you can fire the PPC as well.
But what about the children? Well, they're children of pirates, making them pirates by proxy. So I'll roll with the hit, I guess, with the chaos.
Yeah, with the ghosts.
I mean, the original plan.
Pirates
to
do
convert the
pirates things.
pirates.
Arco's raid lands his force. You were saying pirates. Mistakes were made.
I mean, the original plan was to convince the pirates to become a legitimate security force. And this whole invasion thing was just like a ruse and a fairly long application process.
Mm-hmm.
After we show up to kick their ass.
Sinclair is perfectly fine with this. Sinclair is very happy to be killing dirty periphery people. That's been his job his whole life, ever since he left home.
Yes, from the wonderful world of the Rhineland of Terra.
5.
It's so
Trebuchet is
beautiful.
gonna jump
There's so much history.
right behind it.
Oh God!
And wandering next.
I see your locust and I raise you 1 trebuchet behind the back.
Nothing personal, kid.
But you get to keep all the money.
I mean, I was planning on torso twisting with an awesome and just blasting him from there.
And then we have the Thunderbolt. What do I want to do with the Thunderbolt?
You want to thunder his bolt.
Actually, he's
Thunder.
already in my
Why is that more
arc.
dirty than it should sound?
He's already in my phone arc, so
These poor fucking pirates had no idea what was coming for them.
3, 4, 5,
Well,
6.
this isn't discounting the fact that we massacred a bunch of them in their own schools.
Okay.
Like, don't forget, before this, we were in the bowels of their fucking base, murdering them with satchel charges.
The only reason it stopped is because you started running low on satchel charges.
I
They went,
still
oh
have,
shit, we're out
like,
of satchel
one left.
charges. I guess we have to go to the next now.
But yeah, we were done basically. Okay, yeah, I can hit him with everything basically if I wanted to with the Thunderbolt. I don't know if I'll move the Thunderbolt.
All right. Then the Thunderbolt is going to stand and turn with a torso twist from God.
Oh no, he's already in the front arc.
Arco's raid to pirates. Your application has been officially denied. Pirates sobs internally.
Yeah, that's it within the front arc. I don't even have to torso twist.
Oh God. It's like, I see you out of the corner of my eyes. Red dot appears from fucking Goblin Slayer from the Thunderbolt.
Like, you're not gonna have a good time.
War crimes intensify. Spacer, if you're watching this, please make that an art.
Okay. I know what I'm doing. Has everybody moved?
That is full movement. I see dice on everybody.
Alrighty.
So we really don't want to screw with these guys. Their grenade of choice is a satchel charge.
What can I do with this Highlander?
That is actually the truth, by the way.
It was a joke.
That is a true statement. Their grenade of choice is a satchel charge.
Yeah, there was they had like turrets. They had stationary turrets. How am I gonna deal with that? Oh, I know. As I'm running past them, satchel charge.
Alrighty. So I know what I'm doing with this Highlander. I'm going to spot the commando.
Okay, spotting for 1, which means you have a +1 on your attack rolls and any additional attack rolls you make.
Alright. I'm going to put 2 lasers into this heavy shredder's woods to light them on fire. I'm going to put 1 laser into this heavy laser to light it on fire, and an SRM-6 to light it on fire.
Okay, how many targets are you making here?
I am spotting the commando.
So spotting +1/+1.
And then 2 targets.
So that's +2 for 2 targets. So you're at a +3 for your shooting, okay?
+5 because I ran.
For your run.
For the target number.
Okay. Plus your gunnery.
Which I don't know what it is for the Highlander.
The Highlander's gunnery. Sorry, I don't have a sheet in front of me. Let me pull that up really quick. My apologies. I completely forgot that this is a different person.
You could whip up the small like warrior data cards, so we have the gunnery and piloting skills.
Yes, I'm going to pull those out really quick. Clan invasion sheet.
Okay, and then I want to make sure that you know that those targets are immobile, so it's really a +1.
His gunnery and piloting. Gunnery, piloting. That's wrong. No, it's not wrong. This was done pre-handedly, so I have to double check this really quick. Because this was a previous sheet on the previous iteration of the era with the wrong things. So I have to double check the numbers on this one. Skills. Apologies, guys. Give me 1 second on this.
No worries.
Cancel your Comstar Netflix subscription and get labeled pirate.
Yep, that's a quick way to get labeled a pirate.
Yep. Well, I mean, pirate radio. I mean, it's all the same thing. You're stealing from somebody. Somebody ought not to.
The simple answer is you made a mistake.
Well, the thing is, we're not paying the bill, or sorry, we're canceling the bill. We don't want to pay any more money. We're just not using the service.
Okay, they made it page 95 now. This is on Fast Learner.
So while you're not getting the Comstar Netflix subscription, you're technically in the right there. You just don't get the benefits.
So this puts it into 4 for pilot.
4 for gunnery?
Yeah, it's a 4 pilot.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I want to make sure that you know this. These targets are immobile. So, I get a -4. So that
Mhm.
+5 that you were applying earlier gets knocked down to a +1. The gunnery bumps it up by 4, so I have a +5 again.
Yes. Correct. So it is 5 on the target number
5 to
plus
hit.
range. So it's 0. So yeah, that's 5 to hit.
All right. First laser into the farther target. The shredder.
Okay.
Hits.
Okay, Shredder is hit. What does he
Now
hit
the
with?
shredder, the forest.
Oh, the
I'm
forest.
lighting it on fire.
Oh, you're just gonna light it on fire. Gotcha. Okay.
All right. Second laser. Misses. Barely, but misses.
Okay.
Doesn't light the forest on fire. I need a... Is that a light wood or a heavy wood?
That is a light.
All right, so I need a 7. I make it. It's on fire.
All right. That one's on
Which
fire.
will destroy that turret.
It's on fire at the very least. It won't be
it'll-
destroyed until the end of the round.
Right, but that'll deal with it later.
Yes, they're gonna have to get out or get clapped.
Mhm.
Um,
Next heavy laser.
correct.
Laser. Hits.
We
SRM
currently have
6.
2 viewers on Twitch.
SRM 6. Also hits. Does it light it on fire for the first one? That's a heavy, so I need a 5.
Yep.
It's on fire.
Burn, baby, burn. War Crimes Inferno.
Okay. Next thing, we're going to do the Marauder
Okay.
at
Yeah.
Commando, which was spotted.
Yes. So he has a +1 to his shooting.
And he has 2 LRM-15.
He does have the ability of oblique attacker, so he can negate the spotting check.
All right. So it's just the +1. What's his gunnery skill?
1-1. That is your commander of the force. He is a 1-1 pilot.
Medium range. I need 3s to hit.
Technically speaking, by the way, he's actually a 8. Sorry, he's a 7 and 8 pilot.
I need 3s to hit. That hits. It hits location 12 with a cluster roll of 7.
Location 12, cluster 7.
So that's 9. So that's 5 points to the face.
5 points to the face.
Yes, because location 12 is the head.
Oh, you hit him location 12.
Mhm.
Oh, 5 points to the face.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. That's a piloting check and a piloting injury.
Mhm.
So injury 1 needs to make a consciousness roll and a piloting check. Those are not immediate. We will deal with those when we get to them.
All right. The next set of location 5, which is the right leg for 4 points.
Right leg for 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right.
All right. So the next one hits as well.
Okay.
All right. Got a cluster of 6. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. The last one. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I forgot it had Artemis 4, so it would have got a +1. Doesn't matter here on either because it's still a cluster hit of 9.
Yeah. Okay.
So 5 damage to location 7, which I believe is center torso.
CT. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
And location 6 for
Location 6. What was that again?
Right torso.
Right torso. For how
he
much?
Needs to make a for 4 damage.
One,
He needs to make a PSR for damage
2,
taken.
3, 4. Those do stack on his piloting checks, so he's got a PSR of 2 so far.
Well, no, he needs to make 2 PSRs.
Yes, it's 2 PSRs at 2 on the piloting checks.
Gotcha.
They stack on top of each other for the piloting checks themselves, and you have to make them twice.
Right. And then finally, we get a Gauss rifle, which is still at medium range, but we have to add in the smoke. So that's a +2, +2. This is a 5 to hit with the Gauss rifle.
All right, go for it.
It hits. Location 9, 15 damage.
Location 9. What was that for location?
The left leg.
Left
for
leg.
15.
He ain't gonna
If
have
it-
no fucking leg after this. That's for sure.
If it pierces, it gets a critical hit.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It travels up into the torso. The leg is gone. 13, 14, 15.
Okay.
Jesus. Well, that's
He
a commando.
automatically-
He
falls
automatically
because he lost
falls. He's got a additional 4 on top of his piloting check, so he's now at a 6 on his piloting checks. He automatically falls regardless.
Mhm.
So he's not recovering from that, but he needs to make piloting checks to prevent his brain from being damaged.
And I get a critical hit to that location.
Brain damage. Brain damage.
And you do crit within the leg. Yes.
I thought it was within the torso since there isn't a leg anymore.
It still crits within the leg. If it travels into the next area and gets into the internals, it will crit in that location, but it still crits the area that it initially starts in. That's the
Alright.
way the floating critical works. As far as I've
Alright, so-
interpreted it.
Alright. Well,
So,
I just need a D6.
1d6.
Location 3.
Location 3, lower leg actuator is destroyed.
Not that it matters, because we blew the leg off.
Yeah, the leg's gone anyways, but like, it's for determination. Technically, if you blow the leg off, it doesn't destroy everything in the leg necessarily. There are still some critical components that can still be left.
He fell. How did he fall?
He falls. Give me a d6 roll.
4.
Without dying.
1, 2, 3, 4. He falls backwards.
Alright, so that'll be onto his rear table.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting location 6. The right rear torso for
35
an amount
tons.
equal to his tonnage divided by 5.
25 tons divided by 5. So that's
so
5.
5 points of damage.
5 points of damage to which area?
The right rear torso.
Okay, 1, 2, 3 goes internal. Any crit on that?
Yes.
What is the crit roll? How many crits?
Crit roll is 1 crit.
1 crit. Give me. There's only one thing in there.
What's in there?
The SRM ammo.
He explodes.
Yeah, he explodes for 15 rounds of SRM 6 ammo.
So,
Oh!
so it's 12 points per ammo. I think he's dead
And the commando's gone.
because it's all internal.
It's
He
well,
doesn't have
no,
enough
it's
points.
it's 6. It's 6 times 12.
Because an SRM is 2 points of damage. It's firing
Yes,
in clusters
two
of 6.
two times
So
6,
it's
so
12
12 times
times
15. Yeah, 12 times 15. What? Give me the number exactly. Somebody do the math for me.
Get it right now.
160.
160.
There you
160 damage.
A commando only has how many? It doesn't even give me the total. No, it doesn't have enough. He's blown to smithereens. He blows up.
There's no salvage left of this mech. It is pieces. It is a pinata scattered to the cool winds of fate.
He go boom.
Okay, I want to get you this picture. We shot his leg off. He fell backwards, and then he exploded.
Yep.
Like a fucking like an 80s action movie, like the mech was made of nitroglycerin.
Okay, so that's an additional +1. So he's got a 7 to his 14. He's got to beat a 14 so far on a piloting check to escape.
Oh, he's dead.
He's only got 4 to this.
Yeah, he's probably dead.
Well, if he makes it, we'll call him lucky.
And then we'll squish him anyway.
I hope chat can see this. I hope everybody out there can see this. He rolled a 5.
Oh,
He's
no.
a very dead man. He does not eject.
So,
Ammo explosions without case are just absolutely devastating.
you know what, man? That dude died like a goddamn Power Rangers villain. He's just bop.
It's not even there. That's just a crater that used to be a mech.
Yeah.
To be honest, all that's left is the leg you shot off.
Yeah, that man just took all 100 and something damage straight to his body.
Yeah, there's stands a fucking commando.
Here's the problem: he didn't eject. That is considered a failure to eject. He did not eject.
Yep.
He died with the mech.
Yep.
He didn't hit a tree. He went up in a blaze of glory.
Exploded.
Yeah.
He just fucking...
That's not true, Crossway. He has hit many trees, like over here and over there. And there's a little bit of him somewhere on the base now, I'm sure.
He's just had a multiple ejection fallacy.
Exactly.
All right, so who's shooting next?
Yeah.
I think we shall go to the Awesome versus the Locust.
Okay.
Oh, come on, let me shoot the locust.
Yeah, let's
probably
let
going to
Sinclair. Let's let Sinclair take his shot. He's got a long distance shot here
Let's see.
in short
Let's
range.
see if I can snipe this sucker. So, all right. I'm gonna roll 2 pairs of d6s, I guess, because I'm firing full alpha. That's LRM and.
Yep.
Gauss
What are you
rifle.
starting with? Gauss rifle or LRM?
Oh, I'm definitely gonna start with the LRM.
All right, LRM to start. You've got minimum distance. You're at the 7 marker. He's ran for 4, and you've walked for 1. So you're at a 0, but you did walk, so that's +1 plus your gunnery.
Yep. Well, I can tell you right now. First roll is boxcars.
Okay.
Boxcars.
Give me.
Once again, I guess.
Let's get your location
Yes.
and cluster here. I'll make this easy and
260.
just use the additional inside of here.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
you
That's a
gave him
crit
the
of
best.
12.
You
Wait,
gave him the best crit.
Wait.
Location
wait.
10.
Do you want to
Okay.
spend edge in order to give it a +2 to that location roll and hit him in the face?
you know what? I don't have a lot of edge, and I'm gonna save that from ammo explosions for the most part.
So is that a no?
No. I think I'm just gonna let it go at this. So now I roll to confirm, right?
Pirates, please, Arcos Raid, don't you have any sense of mercy? Arcos Raid, yes I do. I provide a free funeral service. Hope you enjoy the cremation. Pirates sob intensely.
So if you hit the head, you just blow it off. Currently,
Yeah.
right now, you're just blowing off the right arm, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you spend 2 edge, you'd have to spend 2 edge. You can hit the head.
I'm gonna check my sheet. I think. Do I even have 2 edge? 'Cause edge is one of the things I don't have a lot of.
You should have GM edge.
Yeah, I think you do have a couple of GM edge floating around.
I do.
You have at
I'm just
least
trying to find where I put
one.
it.
Yeah, you've
I
got
have a
one.
single edge point in my notes, so I have to burn 2 to get the head.
Yeah.
Well, you'd burn 1.
Okay.
It's post-roll.
Yeah,
It's post-roll, so you have to burn 2.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
he would burn 1.
-1.
How does he
That'd
have
be
a
minus
minus
one
1 to edge?
That's
does he
what
have
I
negative
wanna know.
edge?
No, -1
I'm not
edge doesn't
lucky.
mean anything.
No. Look at his sheet over here.
Yeah, that's just the link modifier. The
No,
no,
that's a
no.
score.
Oh, he's unlucky. That's right. Adolphus is unlucky. You have a -1 to edge, so I get to counter you. You need to burn.
Yes. So how does this work? If I were to burn 2, can I even burn 2, or is that?
You would be giving
No.
him 2 more points of edge at that point, if he allows it.
Yeah. You still get +2 to whatever it is.
Okay.
You still get +2.
You're just giving the GM edge at that point.
Yeah, you're just also
Sure.
giving me an edge to use on you
That
later.
sounds fine. That sounns perfectly fine.
Okay,
I will see.
that'll give you a
I'll
headshot.
play fate. Okay.
That'll give you a headshot.
And head's blown off.
Is it Artemis?
No, it's
It
not.
is in fact Artemis.
Okay.
It doesn't matter because you rolled a 12 to crit.
No, I know.
You
I know.
crit the head off.
I have to see how much damage it does, though, because he has to get above 5 to at least do what he needs to do. So,
Yeah.
you rolled a 5 on, what is it, LRM 20?
Goes up to 6.
Six.
Which doesn't matter.
So, it doesn't matter. It still goes through the head. It would have gone through the head anyways.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it's gone. That head is gone.
So the single volley.
Okay, it's
Do I
got
need to do cluster?
it's got 8 points in its head, so it actually doesn't go
Okay.
through that hard.
Okay.
No, it's just blown off.
It's just gone. But 8,
You
9,
hit it
10,
in the joint,
11.
and the cockpit just goes spiraling off somewhere.
and 1 point to the center torso, so it then destroys the head completely. Okay.
Yeah, no, so he's not knocked off. Those missiles came flying in a perfect arc, just came straight down like armor-defeating javelins.
Okay.
It just fucking caved the head into the neck. and
Plus
still
1
wasn't
to
there anymore.
ejection. Plus 1 to ejection. He has no additional piloting checks here. Except for no, he does have 1 additional piloting check because of the additional run capacities for piloting. That's a 3. He does not eject.
Ah! This
looks
man is
and
killed
sees
by
missiles.
a direct missile fucking hits the cockpit of this locust. And the man dies.
12
The remaining
direct
rest
missiles. 12 direct missiles go
Oh.
into the head of this locust and end his existence.
Concentrated right on the cockpit. Just bam, bam.
just fucking perfectly pulverized. So it's a pair of legs standing there now, basically, right?
No.
It just falls forward flat.
Well, that's if it falls at all.
Oh,
Hold
yeah.
on. It would be hilarious if it didn't fall. Make a PSR check.
No, he can't make a PSR check. He's dead.
From the grave. Yeah, you can't because he's currently splattered. He's perfectly been.
Wait, he didn't take
He didn't
20 points of damage. He doesn't make a PSR check. He
No.
doesn't fall over.
No, it's actually just stuck in place.
So it's
So that
standing
locust was mid-sprint. Mid-sprint, it gets struck like a fucking fistful of God, and then just stops dead in its like mid-stride.
It's
Yeah.
got both feet planted on the ground. So what I'm thinking, it was sprinting up, it swiveled into position, it planted both of its heels, got ready to fire, and then missiles landed directly on its face.
Arco's Raid funeral services for pirates. Whether you need an SRM internal explosion cremation or a ballistic missile to the face, we have your back. No pirate will go without our services.
Well, shit. Yeah, that's Sinclair's move. I'm not going to bother with the Gauss rifle, obviously.
That's a bunch of assaults and heavies versus turrets and lights. Is this a Capellan weapons demonstration? No.
I mean, I
this
am a
is
Capellan,
this is a pirate's funeral service.
It's a pirate's funeral service. Oh my god.
Because these some dead motherfuckers.
I mean, I may be
God.
a Capellan, but like,
Okay. All right. Anybody else shooting?
Dead now.
The
Dead.
Warhammer, right? It's got to kill those turrets, right?
No, wait, this awesome can fire.
I also
Yeah,
need
too.
the links.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
Like
awesome
just pick somebody to shoot.
Let the
Oh,
Lynx
and
go first.
Benji can also fire.
Let's actually have the links fire. Let's have the links fire. We'll go
ahead.
we'll go
Yeah.
round robin here.
It's fine. Fair enough.
Okay. Can I use a medium laser to set things on fire?
Yes, you can.
All right. We'll do 2 medium laser shots right here and right there.
You're targeting the ground, so
Mhm.
you're taking base roll. You're against an unmoving target. You're just base rolling.
Give me the links pilot numbers.
The pilot of the Lynx is Jack Daniel over here. That is a 4/4.
Oh, Jack Daniels.
Yeah, Jack Daniels.
All right. So
You're firing at this missile, or you're lighting it on fire?
I'm lighting it on fire.
Okay, you're just shooting the ground. So you're making a base gunnery check
Of -4.
with -4. Yeah, because ground is an unmoving target.
So it's a 0.
It's
He
a 0.
automatically hits.
You still have to roll to see if you get a 2.
Because I ran, but like
Note, all the pirates who are not still dead, just eject now. Please, for your sake, eject now. Don't bother running, it won't help. Just eject. You might actually live.
Do not save them.
all right.
I'm gonna
So I
smack
set
them
one
on
on
foot.
fire.
If you run, you'll just
I
die
set the other
tired.
on fire. Yeah, they're both on fire.
Okay.
You run, you'll just die tired.
It's
You're
heavy.
on fire.
Yeah, heavy
Yeah.
woods for 5s for the fire check.
He already did that.
Okay, so they're both on fire. Fire 1. Fire 2.
They're on fucking fire.
So just so everybody has an understanding, by the way, for chat, you can eject from a turret.
Yep. You just burn and die.
You either
Burn and die.
escape and hope you live, or you die. You've basically got one chance to make the run check to get out of there.
Which makes it is infinitely easier to burn out them than to go through like the 50 or so points of armor that they have.
Yeah, I mean, like, once you get up to, like, the heavy shredders and the heavy missile turrets, those things have, like, a couple hundred points. Turrets are nasty when you can't get to them. They're not so nasty when they're buried in a mountainside and they get run up on. This facility is not
Also-
the hardest thing in the world, but, like, my god, you're making quick
I
work
have
of
an
it.
awesome. These missile turrets are getting hit with PPCs.
Correct.
Okay. So
Also,
first,
these light missile turrets are also out of Inferno.
right, I need a 3 to hit them.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start with the furthest to the left.
3 for this guy. He still has light woods in his way, by the way.
Okay, I rolled a 6, so it would have been a 4. Doesn't matter.
For the awesome, you're almost 14 hexes away.
Oh, it's medium. Right.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, plus light woods.
Medium.
And actually, plus 2 light woods.
So
Because,
it's +2, so it's +4, plus that. I need a 6.
6?
Which hits. Let's see if it's lit on fire. Needing a 7.
Oh, you're shooting at the ground. Okay.
I need more satchel charge.
It's lit on fire.
Okay. It is light woods, which is 7s.
Yeah, I did that. I got exactly
Okay.
7.
Alright, so second one you're going for? Lighting it on fire?
Yep. That misses. Third
Okay.
one. Hits. Do I light it on fire?
Turret
Yes.
pirates, watch their mechs get shredded, barely slowing the enemy down. Sir, can we retreat now? Retreat where, son? They're burning the woods down around us. Happy fragging, pyromaniacs. Pyromaniacs.
Not that one. The
We also-
one next over.
We also
Next one
collapsed
over.
their tunnel exits too, so
So-
they can't get out
oh,
from the
sniper?
bottom either.
Okay, so you lit the sniper one? Okay, that's on fire. That was a heavy woods, so...
Well, rolled an 8.
I don't think you actually have a line of sight on that, because this is blocking it. I would give you the light missile. Yeah, the light missile I'll give you, but the standard turret, you would not have a line of sight from where you are.
It was this one here.
Oh, so you were aiming at that one. Okay, I thought you were
Yeah,
talking
I
about
thought
the
you
sniper.
said that one and then that one.
Yeah, that is what I said. Okay, so
Okay.
I misinterpreted what you said then. So I was originally right, but I thought you thought something different.
I was looking at the stream. I thought you were poking at this one.
No. I was looking at this one.
Alrighty.
All right, so 2 of them are on fire.
Yeah.
Who's our next shooter? I see why
I
everyone should invest in James Bond, their escape craft, so that their attackers have extra parts for their salvage if they don't get zapped out of existence.
Oh, the thing is, we can totally salvage turrets. Those turrets will survive the fire long before it burns them dead.
Yeah, it's just the fact that they'll get burned alive if they stay inside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's what we want.
Ooh, could I strap an LBX 20? Anyway, I believe the only one left is Bentian the Treb. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
And
All right, well,
the trap.
Oh, and then the Warhammer too, because the Warhammer has to do with its little split shot on those turrets in front of it.
Doesn't need to.
No, you're right. I guess the Warhammer just. And what else can it shoot at with its PPCs?
This standard laser.
Yeah, well, why not?
These light lasers back here, but I think that was supposed to be the Ostal.
Yeah. The Ostal
yeah,
hasn't
so
shot
the
yet.
Ostal-
It could
then.
pop. Wait, it's got the range. It can pop both sniper turrets.
Yeah, you can pick a target.
I'll take those sniper turrets then.
One to each, right?
Yep.
So that's +1 on the shooting. So you've
Mhm.
got a -4 to that, so plus gunnery.
So -3 plus gunnery.
First one is an 11.
Okay, that'll do it.
Okay.
So check
And
for
then-
fire on the left one, which is a 5.
Okay, that's another 2D. For fire, it's another 2d6 for fire, correct?
Yep.
You need a 5 or higher.
Yep, that's a 5, exactly.
Okay, that's on fire. And the other one?
And then next one, that's an 8.
That'll hit.
Okay, and then fire, 7.
It's on fire.
It'll also put it on fire.
Oh, perfect.
We're
Then
just melting
that's
through
all for
these
the
turrets.
Warhammer. They put them in flammable woods. Maybe you clear cut the fucking things. This doesn't happen.
Hey, here's the thing. You guys did your information gathering. You found out that there were turrets here. You did all your scouting. If you didn't know and you ran up to this, you would have been pounded by all these turrets on a surprise round.
Because they're in the woods, hidden. It looks like a cute little palisade drive.
Yeah.
Right, but they could have done that by like hiding them on behind sandbags. You know, shit that's not flammable.
Yeah, but they're on a mountain. A wooded mountain.
It would be a good strategy if we hadn't been smart about it. Yes.
Yeah, it's almost like you guys used something called strategy and tactics. And even made the rolls for them and did well.
Fair enough. God damn. All right, and then that's on to the Ostal, which I don't know what it's got in range right now. So I think pretty much everything's been fucking zapped.
The Ostal has light laser, and a
All right.
standard turret also in range.
I would hit the
Perfect.
light
Yeah,
lasers because The Highlander's going to smack it.
Yeah, well, both light. So you said don't hit the light laser because it's gonna get slapped.
No,
not the standard.
Don't hit the standard laser.
Hit the light lasers because it's taking a melee round on the standard laser.
Okay. So
We've been mostly skipping the
still shoot
melee
it.
round technically, but that's what it's there for.
okay.
After you do
Well,
the
then-
boom boom, you then go to smack smack, and then you go heat, and then you cry.
You cried. All right then. Probably gonna unleash the two. Let's see here. So she only has two large lasers, and there's the only thing they're gonna hit from there. I think.
And
I don't know
that would
if the
put you
medium
overheat
lasers-
by a significant amount. I would use the medium
Yeah.
lasers.
So I guess it's gonna be twin medium lasers on the nearest target that I can hit with those.
One per. You need like.
One per.
So it's -4.
The first roll is 7.
That'll do.
Yep, that'll do it.
Okay.
Give me the fire roll, light woods, which is 7.
3 and 3. It's a 6.
Nope, not on fire.
Oh, that one's not on fire. All right, give me the
Alright.
second one then.
Same
Second
deal.
laser.
You
That's
do
a 6.
damage. You do damage
That
the
hits.
woods for 5 points.
Okay. So 6 hits.
6 hits. Give me the fire roll, 7s.
That is a 5. Nope.
No, not on fire, but you do damage the woods.
So pew pew.
And
You didn't put a laser on any specific tree long enough to ignite it.
pretty much.
Blew it up. Just instead of like lightning struck it, it just exploded and charred. Which is good enough, but yeah.
Yep. All right. So is that all shooting done?
I believe
I
so.
believe so. Except for the
Yeah.
Treb.
Treb doesn't have a shot on anything else.
No.
Then yeah, that's it.
All right. So
It would for the commando, except the commando is gone.
yeah,
Very gone.
you mean
Supreme
the
gone.
locust, which is also gone.
Very gone. Well, that is just salvage. That's just a cockpit fix. Let's just clean the bastard out.
It's a cockpit and 1 center torso armor damage.
Yeah, it's like surgical precision. No wonder I'm a doctor.
So in this case, that brings us to the melee phase. Warhammer or Highlander. Introduce this turret to the broad end of an axe.
The business end. Use your sense talking stick.
I need a 3. I rolled an 8. I got a location of 12. A crit of 7. Or no,
Location.
Location.
Location doesn't matter. Crits do.
Okay, well then, I got a crit of 12.
Crit of 11 or 12 is equal to turret destroyed.
Chunk.
How much damage do you deal, actually, though?
How much do we deal with an axe? 18.
I think it's a
18 to a
That's
standard.
Yep.
Okay, pulling out the standard. Okay, standard laser 1 has an armor of 24. So you deal
Okay, I thought
plenty
you
of
could do
damage.
critical hits to these things.
You can, you just haven't gone internal. It's got 24 armor and 16 internal. If you get to the internals, you would have done it, but you deal 16 damage.
Jesus Christ.
So you or sorry,
You rattled some
18.
fillings.
18 out of its 24.
So we carved a hunk out of it. Do
Yeah.
we want to abandon ship before it comes down again?
We're gonna find out in a minute here. So this is now heat phase. Heat phase goes off.
Alright.
So in
I
heat
made
phase,
absolutely sure to make all of our shit heat neutral.
the smoke now clears and the tiles are no longer on fire.
Except for the ones that ignited this round.
Yes. The ones that have been burning for 2 rounds have now burned for their 3rd, which means that they are now burnt out.
Holy Christ.
Mech, ooga booga bonk. Otherwise known as the crying and sobbing face.
That's right. Sobbing face. Jesus Christ.
If somebody could help me put these all back to white really quick for the sand tiles. I'm going to pull off all the smoke here.
There goes the dank aura. Goodbye, contact high.
Hey, look, it's California during the summer.
Ha.
Oh, my feelings. My fifis. Oh, I'll have to go to therapy for that now.
It
Really?
would be so much cleaner if we could delete shit, but we can't.
I mean, I can delete some shit, but like, I don't want to.
I'm too busy.
Okay, that's a fresh burn. That's burn number 2. This one is now burnt out. Burnt out, burnt out.
All right, now all of these get a smoke.
Yes, they will get a smoke. I'm not gonna give them one right now. Just give me a sec. That's gone. Burnt out, burnt out, burnt out. Checking for wind direction change, if any. No wind direction change. So we're checking to see if there's more burn on another heavy woods. There is. This one catches on fire.
I swear to God, if we're responsible for fire.
We are.
This becomes heavy smoke.
Mm-hmm.
This one
Yeah, enemy
becomes
house.
heavy smoke because it's on burn 2. And that's on burn 1. The one next to it here needs another check. That is also a heavy woods. That is a 7, so it will burn. Boom.
We're just lighting shit on fire at this point.
Should have
And
called ourselves the
this
Star Arsonists.
becomes a heavy smoke.
Does
Okay.
this catch on fire?
Okay. We're getting there now. That one is now the next check.
Mhm.
We're doing fire checks first because we got to see how much shit is on fire. That is on fire.
Mhm.
Okay.
And this one?
That one, is it going down a grade? It cannot
wouldn't
travel
matter.
down. It cannot
It
travel
doesn't
down.
matter because hex are because woods are 2 levels tall, so it's catching fire like of the second. It's catching fire the second level.
It can only travel on hexes that are of the same level adjacent.
Right. So it's catching the top of the wood on fire. It'll then spread down slowly.
Same level adjacent, so it has to be the base level.
Okay.
Because it's not lighting. It's not necessarily lighting the trees. It's lighting the underbrush.
Gotcha.
So it can't travel between like a drop essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So this one can catch this one on fire though. The roads can catch on fire for 10s. Yeah.
Mhm.
We'll do 2 roads. Nope.
It's just an
That does catch
uncontrolled-
on fire. That road is on
just an
fire.
uncontrolled burn.
Yes. You monsters.
Yeah, we just start lighting shit on fire all willy-nilly, which is what we've been doing. Like, we don't care. We're back. I'm fine. I ain't gonna burn to death. You bastards. You bastards, however.
This is also on fire. Road right next to it. Does not catch on fire. Road right next to it. Does not catch on fire. Okay. That is all the fires thus far. We are not going to add additional smokes right now. We are assuming that they are smoked to light smoke on every single one that is on fire. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're only in their first round of burn. So, next part of this. The heat phase now finishes. So vent your heat.
Already done.
Okay. Now, this is where escapes can happen. Committed to escape, 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 committed to escape. All of these guys are committed to escape.
They're just like, oh shit.
Guys, so yeah, the ones who just got whacked with an axe also went, fuck this.
The last 4 turrets at the top are the only ones that are remaining, plus the heavy missile one. So the last 5.
Time to run over some infantry, guys. Bonus points, bonus points.
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 escape checks.
Oh man.
First one escapes. Second fails.
Oh. Leaves his
Heavy
friend
laser
burned off.
gone. Oops, made extra dice.
You guys.
Apparently. Number 3, standard. That is an escape. Standard missile. Escapes. Standard laser. Escapes. Standard sniper. Fails. God damn it. Light missile. That is an escape. Next light missile. Fails. This is just gonna keep happening every time I do this, isn't it?
Maybe.
Until you
Next
control
light.
your control C.
Yeah. Escapes. Standard
Well,
sniper.
it's escape or die, so you know.
Also escapes. That's the end of it. So, what? The door locked and he just can't get out and he fails an escape roll, or is it just the fire outside? It's basically that they fail to exit in time before the fire blocks their path from getting out and they burn alive.
Yeah, you know the whole scene where a random ceiling beam dramatically falls and then like blocks their path. That happens.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Kind of something akin to that. Tree falls on them, whatever it may be. They fail to escape the flames.
So some ammo cooks off and blows them away. You know, as they're trying to flee.
For the ones in the light laser turrets and the standard laser turret, they all succeeded anyways. If they failed the check while leaving their own thing, that means that they've given up the turret completely. So actually, this is not destroyed though. They just left it.
All right.
It's currently on fire. That does not mean it's destroyed. It's just currently on fire.
Mm-hmm. Well, this one in particular was not on fire, so. But they failed to escape, which means that they're still in their turret. They haven't gotten out yet.
That means they're gonna
That's
be
two guys
toasty.
Two dudes fighting over a hatch right now.
Okay, so comms come over radio.
Mm-hmm.
Full retreat. Full retreat. I repeat. Return to base. Return to base. Cover fire from upper turrets. Return to base. Those are the open comms orders that you hear.
Okay, I'd like to roll intimidation. Or not intimidation, what is it?
Persuasion.
Yes, it would be an acting check to be like, do not retreat. Do not retreat. Base compromised. Try to confuse the shit out of them.
Okay, you've got a pretty high check for that one.
Well, I have a
That
plus
actually
9.
might fucking work.
I'm gonna say you're in an active combat zone. Are you using open comms, or what are you trying to do
Yes.
exactly?
We're going to open comms, and we're going to try to get as many as we can render instead. With an acting check saying that their superior commander told them to surrender.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. All right.
Just as many as we can.
It's still gonna be pretty high.
All right. 7 plus 9 is 16, yes.
What's your target number?
8.
8? Okay.
So I doubled it.
So yeah, you still beat it. You still beat it. It's a +6 on this roll for an active combat zone trying to do this. So you think you trick some people. What would you guys like to do? You are out of initiative combat at the moment.
Oh God. Well, this is actually a good opportunity. Benti is up. I'll give her a second to hook in. So,
So why don't we take 5 here, 5-10 minutes, and
Okay.
we'll be back. This will be a
Right,
quick
perfect,
intermission.
thanks.
We'll be right back.
All right.
Sorry, I've been planning a wedding.
No, you're
Mostly by
fine. You're
myself.
fine. You're having a
Not by yourself.
you're having a shotgun wedding. Everybody's fine with it. Anyways, jumping right back into this, everybody. Benti has arrived, and can now bear witness to the glory that has been burn it all down. Also known as a pirate funeral, a free cremation provided.
A Viking pirate funeral. How fitting that we're in Rasselheim.
That works.
But you'll find that your mech is currently up on a hill, and you had just shot a couple lasers off. But you're in perfect stomping range if you want to run down anyone.
You shot after I shot somebody else.
No, you shot somebody else. You did good.
Okay, good.
All right. Well, if we're not in combat, I would like to slowly and over the course of time march the awesome up.
Okay.
And announce myself. Hello! I believe we have met.
I'll do it with the other people.
Okay.
See, I told you I'd deliver an awesome. This particular piece
You're gonna
here
start
is being a pain.
surrounding the base, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So Terra is going to get to be like flipped and just be in perfect bombardment range if he gets told to light it up.
Can I get
If
help?
negotiations fail.
Can I get help? I can't move this piece, and this piece is causing problems.
So that one right there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you. Because I kind of wanted to stand in front of the base and
Okay.
announce myself. I was
Um,
with you for a couple of days. I promised to bring an awesome. Here it is.
You're not hearing any like comm responses or anything like that at the moment.
No response from people at the base.
Yeah. In the meantime, some other people are going to join you up there. The Warhammer is definitely going to go up there, and is going to face down by the roadside.
Mhm.
The Marauder is definitely coming up there. He is going to cover the area located here.
Mhm.
Trebuchet is definitely moving up, and is going to also cover the comms tower kind of area as well.
Mhm.
The Thunderbolt will move up and will face off literally directly at the heavy missile turret.
Mhm.
Who are some of the other ones? The Highlander will move up. The Highlander is going to stand right over here.
Is it getting ready to chop down the communication tower?
No.
Okay.
The Lynx for Jack Daniels, I will move him. He is going to make a positioning choice here. The rest of you, go ahead and make some positioning choices.
How many of the current pirates are still fleeing through the forest towards their base? I mean, like,
For the
I
most
see
part,
them as I'm gonna start walking up the trail, kinda, and just seeing if I can't pick out stragglers and
so
yell at them.
of the ones that have exited their turrets, you definitely pick up on like two of these guys have exited onto the roadways. They're basically standing on the roadways with their hands up. The ones who have fled from their burning turrets, you don't find the guys from the heavy shredder. You do
Okay.
find the guys from the
Well, the two-
standard. You find the guys from this one and this one as well.
Okay. So only two of them are standing there with their hands in the air, though the rest are just running for their fucking lives. Then.
It's like 4 groups of them are standing on the roadside. A lot of them you just don't see.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Well then. Yeah, that's what Sinclair's gonna do then. He's going to benefit them from his next comm. Alright, you lads, line up right there in the middle of the pavement. We're just going to sit here. I'm going to keep an eye on you. And he's just gonna keep the prisoners under control with his Gauss rifle.
okay, so you're basically gonna walk them up, essentially.
Oh yeah, yeah. Coming with me up to hill, that sort of thing.
Okay, so you'll probably
And once he
walk
has
them
them,
up to here.
yeah. Oh, by the way, once he has them in view of the base, he's going to order them all to get on their knees in a nice little line. He's going to stand at one end of that line.
Now,
And he's going to
we
shoot
should
him.
give them a proper trial before we execute the prisoners.
No, just some collateral. Just some collateral.
I don't know. I was with them for. They don't seem to give a shit about the rank and file.
Well, then, we will see. We will see, won't we? So, as he still stands there, Goss rifle pointed.
I may have been born in the Capellan Confederation. I don't think a public execution of prisoners to prove a point is very cash money.
So
then, I'm not going to prove the point yet. They haven't given me a point to prove. They're just here. I'm just here. They're just going to surrender because of the implication.
okay, so
That doesn't sound at all.
the Maxim is going to run a patrol. You don't find anybody at the base of the mountain necessarily, but on your way up, you also see what is essentially the people that Sinclair pushed into the direction that they need to be.
We should treat them with humane respect. Hell, we could potentially hire them.
Von Luckner, you're also moving up.
That's fine. But now they are my prisoners.
Hold on. Von Luckner is moving up as well?
No, I wanted to be in, like, a good spot to be artillery.
Okay,
It doesn't have the
artillery
range for that, sir.
artillery to what? Artillery to their base? Like, you want to be at the back end here, or like, where are you trying to get to?
More towards someone outside, I guess. I don't trust it, really.
Okay, so you could be something like here if you want to be able to like hit anything in this base. You've got time enough to be able to do that.
We've got a lot of people looking at the base I'm looking at.
Alright.
Maybe they go out and then they try to do an attack again. From behind.
Okay. You do know that you have essentially, this has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rounds.
So all the fires would have eventually burnt out.
Eventually these fires will have burnt out, but in the
We're not going to bother with it because it's time.
That's time consuming right now, but you do know that in about an hour and 30 minutes or so, about an hour and 20 minutes now. About an hour and 20 minutes, there's supposed to be an airstrike. That's on its way in. So, at the moment, you've got the base surrounded. You've got most of the people who are on turrets that you've been able to find so far have been captured and are now currently being held right here.
Yep. At Goss rifle point. Nothing keeps a man in line more. Hey Betsy, what are you doing with your Mac?
I can't actually tell where my mech is from the map, just because
It's up here.
Okay,
Is the one that's moving.
Yeah, it's this one right.
Where do you want it to be?
Well, knowing me, out of the line of fire of any of my allies, because I will shoot past them, so probably.
So maybe somewhere like here where you
you
can't directly hit anybody important.
Yeah, that would probably be the best option, just knowing me.
Okay.
Leave that daddy on.
All right. So, your commander comes over the line, Christofferson. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and dismount for now. I want all mech warriors out and ready for moving in on the base. We're going to secure the facility. Those who will be...
I would love to, but I've got this bullet in my knee.
It's fine. If you're still injured, you can hang back a little bit. We're going to secure the facility going in. I've called in for our infantry teams to start moving out here. They should be here within an hour. We need to secure this quickly and then get off the mountain.
Oh.
That one
Yeah, we're
thing
coming
with all the mech warriors.
For anything else, we will deal with that. We need to secure all the rest of the Comstar facility and such, and make sure everything's good to go. Let's move. And so he basically tells you, hey, let's go. It's time to move in. Using your already currently infantry teams that you are holding in the Maxim, you guys easily secure most of the base pretty quickly. Notably, there are a few people missing from the pirates.
Okay, I would like to grab some pirates, kind of interrogate them, be like, all right, who can patch the communication towers into my mech?
Easily enough. Anybody in your service could do that, and they're actually going to be working on that in the meantime. Probably within the first 30 minutes, you've collectively secured the base.
All right, I'd like to ask some of the prisoners. Be like, hey, if you don't want any more of your buddies killed, because we're going to take down that airstrike, you might want to cancel that. So who here has the authority to call that off? Could be living, could be dead. If they're dead, I think I got a chance.
Well, one of the guys that you met earlier, kind of pipes up. He was one of the guards at the front gate. He's the commander. Yeah, the commander and the captain and the rest of them and the lieutenants all left. They took a VTOL out earlier before you arrived.
Gotcha.
So, nobody of authority is left here. They gave up the base. They just wanted to hold you off as hard as they could. The last commander we had left was an infantry, like lower command. So he told us to retreat, and then we heard the order to surrender, and so we surrendered.
Alrighty. Well.
Also, he's dead.
Well, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry. I'm sure he was a nice guy. I'd like to get to know all of you.
No, he was kind of an asshole.
I love this
Then
reference.
everything worked out, didn't it?
I
Right.
guess. Well, yeah. What are you gonna do with us?
Well, I'm going to try to guarantee your safety. Honestly, I'd like to take as many of you into our company as possible through full pardons, get you actual jobs.
There's like about 47 of them left at
That
this
doesn't-
point.
That doesn't change my answer.
So they pretty much just kind of coalesce to just surrendering. They give up. Most of them are essentially mooks.
Right.
So the commander of your unit, Christopherson, says that they're going to secure the prisoners at this point for transportation once the APCs arrive, and take them back to the main town for basically being arrested and see what they're going to do about it.
Right. I'd
'Cause
like
they
to
don't
point
really
it
have
like,
holding
hey,
facilities here.
these guys fought well. Let's see if we can't hire some of them on, so that way we can alleviate the local jail.
We'll
Give them
see.
a chance to earn a pardon.
We'll see. It's not up to us to decide.
Jails if we cross them with our necks. He's just sitting there
Yes, I'm not a
quietly,
bloodthirsty monster.
It's not
Yeah,
exactly in
yeah,
our
I-
jurisdiction here. This is a securement.
Who isn't a bloodthirsty person?
This is a securement project, so we have some authority to be able to decide what to do with the prisoners, but in the end, we can't necessarily host this many people into our forces. And we just beat them, so we'll have to see. In the
As I said, as
meantime,
many as we
let's get
can.
transportation done. We've only got
Anyway.
about another 30 minutes before the APCs arrive, so let's deal with that.
All right, I'd like to talk
No.
up the prisoners a little bit. See, like, hey, can I get the radio transportation? Can I get the radio to the boss man, to the captain? What's his frequencies?
All the comm signals have been left intact, but you can, through basic observation, understand that they probably have changed their comms by this point, since they're giving up the comms facility.
All right.
Well, this comms facility, it's not the actual communications center that you are supposed to get, but this is the
do we
mountain
wanna
survey.
Set up an ambush. I'm going to explain my plan to the commander. I want to tell them that that this base has successfully repelled us through some miracle, and that we need reinforcement and repair.
Being as their commander left the base, no. If
Unlikely.
the guy who's in charge of it gave it up, that means that they did not successfully repel. He intended for it to be lost.
Right, as I said, through some miracle, they turn around and left.
You just gonna send an open comm to them?
I'm thinking. It's your approval, sir.
Alright, you've been lucky so far. I'll let you take a crack at it through an open comm, but you got one shot at this.
Alright, I'm going to do my best to impersonate the enemy commander. Being like,
You do have experience and know who he is.
Mhm.
You spent enough time with him to get your acting bonus for it, so if you had the acting specific stuff, you could get those bonuses, but other
right,
than
I
that,
don't remember what those are.
yeah. You just get +1 to having studied a target.
So this is a +10 in total.
Yep.
I'm going to try to hype myself up, get really excited, and be like, oh my god, we won! Holy shit, they're turning tail and running!
Okay.
We've won! We need help! We need reinforcement, we gotta capitalize on it.
You get a call over open comms, but it's from a unknown location.
Alright, well, let's roll the acting check real quick.
You don't even need to roll.
That's a
You get a
19,
call
but
back.
alright.
You get a call
Alright.
back over open comms. That then says to you, it is a woman.
Oh, okay.
It is one.
This is Susie Ryan speaking. I am well aware that you have taken my facility. My commander is already in base, standing right next to me right now. I'm aware of your actions, Red Baron Unit, and we will see to it that you do not succeed any further. Do
Sorry,
what
I
you
got
will.
Called away.
Do what you will, and do what you must. If you wish to come to negotiating terms, we can discuss that at a neutral party location. And she closes the comms with a singular message left with it.
Alright.
You
well,
know
I'd
that
like
this communication has to be on-world, but it is being jammed in some way to prevent location.
Right. I was going to say, could I use comms conventional to potentially cut through it and locate it anyway?
This is not a powerful enough facility to do that.
Okay. Oh, shit. What's the message?
The message reads a set of coordinates that, when geolocated using the survey facility's stuff, is a neutral desert location that seems to be a plateau that's outside of the area of where the strip mine is. It's kind of between everything. It's like a little neutral location that seems to be a small plateau where a roadway goes through.
Okay.
Abby, shut up!
Doggers. All good.
Yeah. Dog is dog.
Dog is dog. It seems to be, yes, a neutral location of some kind.
They want to negotiate with. Well, look to the commander. Do you want to negotiate with pirates? I'm all for a bloodless solution.
Can discuss this once we get back to base. For the moment here, I think that a holding force would be best. We've taken over the comms facility, or the survey facility that's here. We needed to be able to secure the members of the Comstar team, which we have.
Mm-hmm.
And we can reman this base with its defenses and prepare for any future assault. I think the best thing we can do is leave the Highlander and the Lynx here as a occupying force.
Probably a good idea.
It seems to be that inside of the area here, we have discovered that there is a holding bay for 2 mechs. There's 2 mech gurneys here.
Good. Get them repaired, get them rearmed.
We'll go with that for now. In the meantime, I would suggest that the rest of us retreat for now. The airstrike could still be potentially inbound. So I want to evacuate the facility, see if they strike it. If not, then we can reman the base.
Good idea.
All right, so let's move out then. And so he basically rounds everybody up. The securing infantry forces that move in help to secure essentially all the infantry and the prisoners that you have using their APCs. You guys then arrive back at the main city.
While we're holding back, I'm going to point with the awesome toward the locust that was decapitated.
Mm-hmm.
So who gets that?
We'll figure that out when we get home.
I took his head off. I called it. You keep what you get. Sinclair yells quickly as he shuffles on off.
But doesn't it go to the whole company and then it just gets assigned to whoever happens to have the highest rank?
Gonna glare daggers at her.
Richtofen then leans over. That would be me then.
Exactly. And then down the line, everybody gets something nice. Perfect.
I mean, I don't know what you can buy that's nice for $500,000 CB, but all right.
How are you my nephew?
I feel like you don't know how to shop wholesale.
Sorry, niece. I'm sorry. You've driven me so wild that I can't even remember. Why? Why, Hans?
Why, Hans?
Hey, you brought up the familial connection. You could have left me in the dark.
To be fair, with her out here, we're only one nuclear weapon away from her being the first prince of the Davians.
Shut up. Shut up, Chiranu. I've had enough of nobles for 1 week, and I've already got to deal with weird folk who call themselves the clans.
Yeah, what about that?
I know, I
we're
find
going
it
to
fascinating. I need to read it more.
I must interrogate at least one of them. I mean, you know, Clive one with like a beverage, a spiked beverage, so he spills. I'm just saying, I don't trust them.
They had some interesting armor. I would
Yeah, so
consider
battle armors.
that.
Which reminds
like,
me,
part of
their
the
drop ships are
explosive.
arriving in about 2 hours.
Oh, okay, then. Well,
We've
this
got
would be
confirmation that they were able to make a breakaway. They are severely damaged, though. Their dropships were severely damaged by the pirates. In addition, there is a potential that one of the dropships might be making a hot landing.
Oh, well, I don't know if the awesome can help, but I will volunteer to assist.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I've got one hand, and that's useful enough in clearing debris.
I suppose if we're all going, might as well.
Well, in the meantime, then, we will be arriving back home. We'll be having a meeting with Kyle and the rest of his, what do they call themselves? Clan Diamond Shark in Exile?
Yeah.
Then-
It's periphery stuff,
well,
boss. You can
question.
expect it.
Can I get a sandwich before the meeting? I haven't eaten anything in 4
Yes.
hours.
Yes, you're perfectly fine. The meeting will be scheduled for a 2-hour brief after they arrive. Allow them some time to figure out what's going on. And we have to find out whether or not that dropship is going to make a crash landing.
Right.
So you guys this has basically been going on as you're traveling. You've got about a 2.5 hour travel time to get back. What you do find out is that the aerospace strike was called off. The mountain facility was not bombed in the end.
Okay.
You guys arrive
The
back
pirates
at base
are opening
with your
eventually.
prisoners. Your prisoners are put into the holding facility that they've basically temporarily set up, which is essentially a large warehouse that they just put guards around and put them in basically wireframe cages.
I mean,
In the meantime, the local authorities are kind of more dealing with them at the moment. Kind of going over things and taking their own part of the parcel. Richtofen basically addresses you guys in the unit is that they are going to release custody of the pirates to the local forces to deal with, as to not make too much overhead for the mercenary company to deal with. They're going to let them deal with it. You've gotten paid though for turning them in anyways. So
Yes.
there is some
Bounty.
money. There is some money given for that. In addition to this, you eventually get your meeting with Kyle, who is still on site, but the rest of his men have basically left to secure the dropships. And he explains to you that one of his dropships took a lot of damage, and its engines have been criticaled.
that's not good.
And it's really not good. They are making emergency repairs in atmosphere right now, and they're going to attempt to land.
God.
The other one is already on its way to arrival. Luckily, the in-atmosphere repairs that they are doing is to the specific dropship that carries their aerospace fighters. It is not it's not their mech carrier. Their mech carrier is the one that was able to get off the ground and get cover quickly, but it's their aerospace one that was damaged.
Well, it was your intel that saved my hide. It would be the least that I would do to help you guys.
Maybe if I help you, I could see some of those armors. That's really interesting.
Speaking of
We're at
that,
their disposal. Either way.
I should inform you of how many forces I bid in coming here. We
Bid.
came with only 4 mechs. It's the only thing that we could take with us necessarily. I did, however, was able to bring with us 2 clan vehicles that we use. These are larger vehicle carriers with more potential. In addition to this, we also brought with us a squadron of aerospace fighters that was used to make our cover and escape with that dropship. On our current carrier, I also have 3 stars of elementals.
What are
I
those, if
take
you don't mind me
that.
asking?
Elementals
I know.
are the large fellows who you saw in the armor.
Ah.
My forces are majority of this. We are a tactical force that the clan Diamond Shark would use. We try not to be as overt as others. The clan mechs that we brought with us are minimal and older in their nature. Our technology is more advanced than your inner sphere because you have lacked progress. Our scientist caste has done
nuking
better
ourselves
for
into
us.
The Stone Age about a dozen times will do that.
Yes,
Well,
you are,
the rest of the canted.
as
That
one
was
would
pretty
say, dogs of war.
Yeah, well,
Well, I would be happy to help. It was your intel that saved my hide.
And I will do my best to continue to keep you alive and uphold my end of the deal. In that, we have some time to prepare. The meeting that this Susie Ryan has specified.
Most assuredly an ambush. It's pirates after.
I am going
It
to
would be
actually
dishonorable
make a
for
roll
us
on
to not attend, would it not? To at least send a
yes.
representative of some kind.
Yeah, I mean, there is that, but best way to know what a trap is to spring the trap.
Why would they ploy a trap if they asked us to meet? To
They're
discuss
pirates.
negotiations?
Simplicity is in their nature.
I do not understand this.
They're bandits by trade. What you get out here is what you can steal. It is a periphery.
Ah,
That is their nature.
they are honorless dogs.
Pretty much.
Very.
I see.
But-
Honorless
they
dogs
don't
have
shoot.
proven not.
I see.
That being said, pirates are also mercurial by nature. They will negotiate if they think they have no greater option. I just don't trust anything they say.
That is fair.
But as long as you, but as long as you have the,
Noble woman,
they'll do-
what do you think of this?
oh,
Auntie.
Lady Isabel, what do you think of this? Did we lose Benty?
I am so sorry. I have been talking to a muted phone for the past 3 minutes.
I
Very sorry. I was wondering why everybody was ignoring me. I thought that I was just being irritating. Being
Nope.
on mute is being irritating.
You just muted
Very
yourself.
sorry.
It happens to the best of us.
Well, knowing what your options are before making a move is always the best idea. And like you said, the best way to know that you're in a trap is to set it off.
I do not like this concept of being trapped. It is dishonorable.
You like it when people say what they mean and mean it. That's
Yes.
not anywhere except for your home world with your friends.
Desgra, indeed.
Unfortunately, they're not Caretan soft. And even Caretans can be majorly duplicitous.
to be frank,
Depends
we're
on
actually
which,
very lucky as they're not Caretans. Caretans would not negotiate. Caretans would die.
True.
Well, it would
have to
seem
force a Caretan
that the
to the
best option here would be for me to attend this meeting.
You're very heavily armed bodyguard.
Yes, may I suggest a show of force? Of course, show up as a representative, but don't come unarmed. Come ready for a fight.
Shouldn't we inform them of what forces we bid?
They're
just
not going to.
assume that they are
They're
also
not going to
armed,
reciprocate.
They have no reason to tell you what they would bid. Put forth, bring. What you need to do. Are you familiar with any ancient Terran cultures, tribal cultures, people who live in small, desolate regions?
generally speaking, it is considered there's honor with teeth. You know what I mean? The wolf bears its teeth. The other wolf understands that conflict is done to both, and then they negotiate. But otherwise, they will go for each other's throat if they sense weakness.
I understand.
Assume they have bid everything.
Very well. Then we shall bid in return a show of force. I will let you lead this negotiation, Mr. Richtofen and Miss Isabel.
Fun.
This is not my forte. I am a negotiator by trade, and I am best at it, and that's why I've been put in this position, but I am unfamiliar with your culture and your inner sphere ways. Beyond this point, my negotiations with the pirates have broken down numerous times in similar fashion, so I will let you let this.
Richtofen, I noticed that your mech has 2 seats. Would you care to allow the gentleman to accompany you?
That was going to be my
See firsthand.
suggestion, I agree. We will have to ride together. I know that you might have your own mech, I assume so, since you are the commander of this force that is the Diamond Sharks. Yes, I do have my own mech, and I would prefer to be seated in it.
What is that mech, by the way, if I do not mind asking?
The
You
mighty
do not mind that.
Timberwolf.
A Timberwolf.
Yes.
May I see the specs on that, please?
When it arrives, you may bear witness to it.
Whatever that means. Yes. I
Until
do wish
then,
to learn more about you. So, until then, do you have some sort of dossier I can read upon your culture?
I have our writings, the remembrance I can provide you with.
Thank you.
And he basically like goes to his compad and forwards you all this very large text file, essentially.
Alrighty. Well, I know what Cherno is going to be doing in his free time.
Yes. Eventually the main dropship does arrive. You can see painted across it is the symbol that you've seen before of Clan Diamond Shark. That is painted all around this dropship as it arrives in atmosphere and lands on one of the dropship pads that is basically right next to yours.
Okay.
They begin to unload mechs from inside of there.
Okay.
The 4 mechs that come out is a Timberwolf that you see. Basically is driven out of there. You see what looks to be possibly one that you find very difficult to understand necessarily. It looks like a larger version of a Thunderbolt.
Okay. So we have what looks to be a catapult with marauder arms to it.
Yep. You
Which
see
will get
another one.
Jimmy's and a Russell.
Yeah. You see a smaller mech that seems to have a lot of gun ports on it. And then the final one you see is another one of those Timberwolves.
Oh, I am sorry, but seeing those, Chirana was going to stop what he is doing, and go wander on over there.
Yeah, you can see now. There's like at least maybe 40 or 50 people that come off this dropship. Not all of them are in clan uniforms. You can see some of them are in just like tech uniforms, but they still have like the clan symbol on them.
Right, right.
They look
I
like
will
they're in a
offer my
jumpsuit.
I will offer whatever assistance I can as a member of the mercenaries.
They just kind of ignore you.
Really? They don't want me helping with moving boxes or checking stuff.
Nope. They basically ignore you. They basically are just like securing around the dropship. They've unloaded the mechs and have them on standby essentially, and they've kind of stood them outside of the dropship for now for deployment purposes. And that's about it.
Sinclair is going to kind of sidle on up behind Chiranu with a little data pad in his hand, and he's going to start making sketches of each of the 4 mechs in turn.
Mm-hmm. One of the techs kind of nervously comes up to you before you make this roll.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, well, yes.
Who are you?
I am Victor Chiranu of the. I think we're calling ourselves the Star Raiders. Yeah.
Yeah, we are calling ourselves the Star Raiders. I am Adolphus Sinclair as well. We
I'm
are
still
I guess,
heavily bandaged up, probably.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, but I'm trying to help as best I can.
Which, by the way, you still have like a week of recovery.
Hideous injuries.
I know.
Torture.
I just can't sit still. I have to help.
I am one of the technician casts under the Star Colonel.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We assumed you were an Aztec, yes.
Aztec?
Assistant technician.
Yeah.
That is
abbreviations.
that is not the way that we speak. It is very foreign to me to hear such things. It is improper Star League English.
You
They were using
only
that term
speak-
in the Star League. No, it doesn't matter.
No. He means Star League English, as in the 200-year-old language. Functionally, you mean as it was written then?
It
I
is.
understand it is
Introduce
basic
yourself in old French.
Karen English.
That works.
I speak. I said that it's much more. You only speak that. There is no other dialect in your tongue amongst any of you.
Yes. It is our cultural language that we share among all clans. It is the language of Kerensky.
You do not speak in contractions then.
No.
But
No
you do
abbreviations.
create other.
No contractions.
Very well. But you create other words by putting them together, it seems?
If the word is a complete word, it is Star League English. This is the way.
It's a compound
very-
word, not a contraction. It's different.
Who are you,
Yes.
lady?
Lady. I will let you deal with the. Yes.
And Sinclair's going to keep his, can I make that roll now? Or is he going to still try
Yeah.
to stop me?
Yeah, no,
my-
he's not really stopping you per se. He's just like interrupting you, and you can keep going.
Oh, cool. Yeah, okay, now I'm going to make that roll then.
You do know that you've been provided with technical documents on everything, right?
I'm aware, but Sinclair likes to sketch them. It
Okay,
lets
make
him
him-
feel them.
Make an art check.
Okay. I would totally like to inspect these Timberwolves.
Yeah, you can go around them. The technicians are going to give you a side eye, but like they're not stopping you necessarily.
Well, I am going to start asking them questions about their technical specs.
So I know instead of art, but could I instead use interest BattleTech design, which I have?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect.
I'll be rolling the same thing to ask appropriate questions.
All right, go for it.
Sinclair's not going to question them vocally at all. He's going to just listen to whatever the hell runs from Sinclair.
All right, I got a
Yeah.
7 with a target number of 8, so fail by 1.
Okay. They don't really answer you at all. You ask questions and they just kind of either ignore you or say, I'm busy.
I got an 11.
11? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The
10 of
few
9.
the few like interesting details you note is that the design is, it seems multi-purpose
Mm-hmm.
in a way that the inner sphere isn't. It seems almost
You
like the
mean,
weapons are not form fit to the mech. Instead, they are modularly built.
Yeah, so in short, Sinclair has discovered that these are Omnimex. Vaguely. He understands that they look like they're designed to be modular.
Yeah, they're designed to be modular in design. That's the gist that you get from it, which is
The question
unusual.
is, do you make the
unusual.
connection between that and the Mercury?
Fascinating. I might. That's the thing. I probably could, considering where I come from and what I do. What my family does.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make that? Can I try to draw that connection, or is that just something that we'll do?
Military history.
Military
I got
history,
that.
which I have a 4 in?
Okay.
I'm also
You don't need to talk to me.
Alright.
It requires it's a +4 to this DC because this is a stretch still.
Okay. Yeah, of course it is. 8 plus 4, 10 of 9, so 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on 10 of 9. Plus 4, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'm just shy 1.
Okay. So you're thinking about it pretty hard, but it's still kind of like, there's just nothing like this. This is like so foreign. This is so foreign.
Yeah. At the very most, you can kind of see where they come from, and that this Timberwolf kind of strikes you like a marauder, but it's so modular.
I'm looking at it and going like, the box ears. It's clearly a catapult with marauder arms strapped to it.
It essentially, that essentially is what you draw from it. It looks like a marauder with catapult payload strapped onto it.
Oh,
I don't know. I really
if
like
you
this
look at the cockpit design, it would be a catapult with marauder
Yes,
arms.
but the underslung arms, the weapon part structure, even in modular form, mind you. They have several different modular forms for
They're
the
modular.
arm.
They're modular. Oh, that's interesting.
So yes, if you can see where it connects, as he now takes his fucking piece of paper, his sketch, and points to like, you see where the arm part locks in. Now,
And then
normally we
looking
have
at that, can I now make the military try to make the connection?
Before that happens, let's see.
just an Aztec to the technician cast, and I'll go away, please
Okay.
stop spying upon us.
So, it's not an Aztec who approaches you. You see somebody in a military uniform of what looks to be this clan Diamond Shark approach you. What are you doing near my mech?
Oh, we are just
Sinclair's.
we are examining it and appreciating its beauty and its
Frankly.
complexity.
I am the mech
beyond
warrior who
anything.
pilots this. What do you want to know? I have been informed that I am supposed to congregate with you other
Oh.
mech warriors.
Oh, I would like to know everything about this lovely machine.
Well, how about we get first things first? What is your name? And perhaps you should introduce yourself first as well, Geronimo.
He slows him down.
Yes.
I have not
Manners,
earned
some
a
manner of
name.
decorum. We are but
I have not earned a name.
You have not earned a name.
I'm
No.
gonna call him Trevor.
You can simply call me Mech Warrior.
Alrighty, well that's going to get confusing relatively quickly.
Sinclair starts chatting notes on his little data pad.
just the society appears to. So you are unnamed, yeah?
Yes,
How does
I have
one
a
get
call
a
sign.
name?
I simply only have a
Okay.
call sign.
Just
Well, what is your call sign?
Rager.
That will be more useful in identifying. Rage.
Ranger, yeah. Well, I guess there's no mystery on how that name came to be. So, the timber one, you called it? Yeah? As he
Yes.
looks up at it again. 75 tons about, yeah? Or 70, give or take.
70.
I mean, if it has to slap the Marauder on, that would make sense.
Well, Ranger, do you have a specific name for this, or do you still call them battlements?
They are still battlemechs.
Mm-hmm.
'Tis the name that the Karinsky forefather gave us.
Fascinating. Wait,
That's
Kerensky. Hold on, one interest military history later.
That's a name that's ubiquitous. You don't need to roll.
Yeah, don't worry.
Well, I
I
just
mean,
rolled
like,
12,
you
I'm
know
like,
as much about him as, like, people know about King Arthur, but you know him.
so it's that Kerensky. So you are the refugees that fled the inner sphere after the Civil War.
We are the inheritors of the will of Star League.
Fascinating.
Well, that
Fascinating.
definitely explains the battle armor.
This is all Sinclair finally takes a breath. But he's also now really rigid. He's lost a little bit of his color for a second.
Alright.
While this is
Don't
going
worry.
on, you guys get interrupted by a comms call that you all receive. Like, everybody standing there literally gets this call.
Yep.
All mech
Give me the
warriors
bad
and infantrymen, please report to the main station for a conference meeting. All mech warriors and infantrymen, please report to the main station for a conference meeting.
Sinclair is going to look to the clan mech warrior, and after you, mech warrior.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't know his way around the base. Do you mind if I lead and ask questions? Away.
Be on your
Why
way.
not? I have to look at my notes.
And we are going to stop there.
Okay.
Rager! At least it's not Cypher Rage, right?
Nope, his name's Rager. He has no other name.
That's good enough.
We'll have to give him one.
I like Tony. I kid.
They've brought 5 mechs with them in total. 4 of them are on the dropship. One of them is actually already on base.
Mhm.
Well, that's a star. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I got 2.
A star of heavy Omnimax. So of the 4 that
No, I think the other 2 are piranhas.
But
They're not
Piranhas?
They're not Omni-Man.
let's go ahead and say goodbye to everybody who has joined us. Thank you, everybody who has joined us. My name
Thank
is
you,
Arcos
everyone.
Raid, also GM Ethan. It's been an absolute pleasure. Join us next week for the next episode, hopefully. Maybe Benti will be awake in time for the battle.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine, sweetie. You're fine.
I mean, you're planning a wedding. That
You're
gets
fine.
priority.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. It is a lot. Weddings do take a lot.
Shotgun weddings are hard.
Yeah, they are. They really blow you out. Kind of like that commando pilot.
Oh my god.
But anyways,
Commando
I
pilot.
hope everybody had an absolutely fantastic time. And we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Auf Wiedersehen!
Have fun.